215.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, if you need it, yeah, don't worry about it.
Imagine that line outside. I got 230 people outside when you get in this motherfucker. What's
Shit.
up?
Okay.
Shit, imagine when we do it live, for real. 5,000, 10,000. Should I come out there?
We got
like,
ding for
y'all
that
came-
one?
Y'all came to see us?
The strip club one?
That shit gonna feel so different. It was like one thing to come out in the arena, one thing to come out and be like, ah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
in the chat, we appreciate you pulling up to Gil's Arena. Anybody in New York City? We on CP time.
Another day at the office.
Another day at the office. That's what
I didn't see that coming.
Beast Diviano.
What up, chat?
Get that chat.
Come on, man. You gotta get premium, man. I can see commercials in your shit, bro.
I need the Gil check, and then I can get premium. I'm like LeBron, I ain't paying for none of that shit. Y'all ready to kick the tires and light the fires? Y'all ready?
Yeah. Somebody didn't turn the AC on?
Mm-hmm. You feel it too, huh?
Agent Zero. Change the game. Put that respect on his name. Look, with the honor call for greatness, the chosen a few that carry the gift of genius, who do what they do, who possess finesse and blessed with desire, it's true. I'ma say it loud, none other than who? Some swear by Nikes, others love Adidas. Rappers be rocking crowds, I'd rather rock arenas. You may have a nice shop, you super set with the pill. Who made the zero famous? It's Gil. Homie fire, he wet, cold as the Pacific. Some dudes try to guard him, no need to be specific. He dazzled up the crowd as a wizard for years. Was 100% real, it's Gil. Gil. Eat 'em up, 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 Gil.
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Woof, woof.
Whoa, whoa! He exhausted. He's exhausted.
I'm just emotional right now. It's a sad time out here.
God, man.
Got the living legend Gilbert Arenas with us.
He's
Got
exhausted.
Rashad McCann and Mickey D jersey.
Woo!
Got Brandon Jennings.
Man, return of the Mac. He don't want nobody to see them fed eyes, boy.
I want to see them pups.
He can't. You can't hide forever, bro.
You
The
can't-
Beast Diviano shades.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you two?
Brandon, we know. Tough day. It's a tough day out here.
Day, man.
Difficult time. So, before we start the show, for all the Bucks fans out there, far and near, moment of silence.
Yeah. Hey man, listen. Are y'all praying?
Moment of silence, bro.
Not today. Not today.
How do I say goodbye?
We'll holla at y'all.
Damn. Somebody got to go. Somebody got to go. But no, we got a lot to get to in this show. But as always, we got to thank our sponsors, Underdog Fantasy, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Make sure you go ahead and download that app. All right? Sign up. Use promo code GillsArena. They will match your first deposit up to $100. You get to keep your favorite show on the air. Gil, we've been getting a lot of love. People are definitely rolling with this show. Some have said it's their favorite podcast.
Of course.
I don't know yet. I think we still got to.
No, we still got. Yeah, we got to.
We're doing better than the Bucks. I'll say that.
Damn. That means we got a lot of haters, huh?
Oh, haters are great, though.
Dang, you gonna let him throw a shot like that?
A lot of haters.
I can. I pander to the Bucks. They employ my father. Trickle down effect. Dad, I'm sorry. You know I love you. I had to get the memes out. I had Bucks people coming at me. Why you doing us like that? If you win, you don't get packed up. It's simple rules.
That's it.
And remember, everybody in the chat, ask your best question. It'll be featured in our Mostly Fan segment. Make sure it's a good question. Not too much Buck shit. You already know. We're mourning right now. We're in a transitional state. We don't know what's really going down. Still can't believe it. Still can't believe what I saw with my very own eyes. But before we start with the show, it was a wild night around the association. But it was a wild day for the internet, too. I don't know if y'all saw this yesterday, but New York Post dropped an article with one of the wildest headlines I think I've seen ever. So the headline was, it was, we're conjoined twins and share a vagina, but only one of us has a boyfriend.
Excuse me?
Conjoined twins, they share a private part, but only one of them is booed up. The other one, they're conjoined. So there's a picture of the two conjoined twins, and the one with her boo, the other one solo.
So one's delusional. So one's delusional, because one vagina, y'all both got the same boyfriend, okay? That's just a weird experience of a threesome, that's all.
Didn't they make a movie about that?
They did that in Living Color sketch back in the day with Keenan and Damon Wayans, and like Keenan was a successful one and Damon was working at the fast food spot. I don't know if y'all remember.
I'm gonna just be honest. This might go south.
We go.
Mentally, as a man, you gotta be something wrong with you. You gotta.
You not smashing?
It's 2 for 1.
I get it.
It's it's the underdog match.
I'd rather have one head, two vaginas. All right.
Really?
Yeah. One head, two vaginas versus the other way.
But you're getting the underdog deposit match. You put in 100, you get 100. It's a deposit match.
that.
It's the bonus money.
Like that, man.
Yeah,
All right, yeah,
everyone needs love, I guess. Yeah.
Well, the head is going to be a little different, ain't it? You get two at once. You know what I'm saying?
No, one single still.
Conjoined twins need love too.
One single still, remember.
One single, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking delusion.
How do you feel if you're the other twin and you don't have a boo? Are you salty? Because you got to go everywhere you got to go on dates and do all that shit.
Absolutely.
Listen, now this is funny when you think about it. What if the other one just like talks shit the whole time?
That's what I'm saying. Hater.
Just like one, but like the other one that's single just booing, just booed. Now that's fucking funny. Now that just seems funny now.
But if you're the boyfriend,
Just boo.
you're the boyfriend. You go out to dinner.
Weak.
Does the boyfriend got to pay for both of them, or he just paying for the one he's with?
Paid for the one. She's single. She said she's single.
So what you doing? Are you tapping?
It's going to the same stomach though.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
It's going to the same stomach though. So technically it's 1 meal.
That rib ain't for you, bitch. Stop.
Brandon, I just put that in there because I know I wanted to lighten your spirits up. All right. I know. It was
Man, you're getting
frustrating.
canceled.
How?
Like whatever I say falls on you.
What did I do?
Whatever I say falls on you.
I blame the New York Post. They shouldn't have put the article up.
They definitely shouldn't have put that shit up.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So before we get into the nitty, the gritty, and the shitty, I just got a special message for Adam Silver and them folks over at the NBA. Stop putting these fucking games so close together, man. Stop doing it.
Facts.
Game 5, Warriors Kings. Game 5, Heat Bucks. Started within 30 minutes apart of each other. Yo, I'm not a baller like y'all don't got jumbotrons and TVs and screens. I had to watch on my one home cable TV, flipping back and forth, missing action on both games.
You don't got TiVo? Or that don't even work anymore?
I'm shit.
They still
TiVo
got
don't.
people?
I
You
don't know
still
if
do
the
that?
TiVo go.
Oh yeah, I could have recorded, but even
Huh?
that.
They don't got TiVo anymore? That shit. Yeah, I had 1 and 1, so I was just watching sideways. But yeah, that's just frustrating. About half and half.
Get it together, baby. That's all I got to say to the league. Space them shits out. 4 games in one day, it's a little too much for my viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, we got to get to it. Probably the saddest playoff series. I don't even know how to really lead into this. Let's just talk about the Heat, man. Barely made the playoffs, snuck into that A seed, facing the Bucks, best record in the league, the best team in the NBA. He proceeded to become just the sixth team in NBA playoff history to send the top seed to Cancun. This was the first time since 2012. Y'all remember the Sixers, Bulls. Derrick Rose was injured, though, so Giannis was injured here, too, but similar situation. Interesting note, though, Drew Holiday was on that Sixers team, so he's got to experience both sides of this. I'm sure he would have rather experienced the other side and got that dub. But playoff Jimmy, got to show our love. Added another iconic performance to his resume, 42 points, game-time bucket with just 0.5 seconds remaining to send it to overtime. I know y'all don't want to see it. I know, Brandon, you don't want to see it, but we're going to show it in a little bit. Game time, one of the craziest shots I think I've ever seen to tie the game. Some questionable substitution patterns. No Brick Lopez in the game. What were we doing? Letting Jimmy get that bucket. Heat trailed by 16 entering the fourth, responding with the largest fourth quarter comeback in a series-clinching win in playoff history. Second straight game, blowing a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. So after the game, Giannis was hotter than the block on the 4th of July. Hydrate, Gil, hydrate, because this might be the whole show. We got other shit slated, but.
And this is liquor. So
Man, it's different.
It's gonna kick in at some
Allegedly.
point. It's gonna kick in at some point.
I smoked my blunts today too, so I'm half high. So don't be
Don't
mad
finish
at
that
me.
bullshit you was just yelling out. Come on.
Yeah.
So we got to just start with Giannis. Went off on a Bucks reporter after the game, after asking what I thought was a reasonable question.
I just asked Bud the exact same question, but I'm curious for you. Do you view this season as a failure?
Stress.
Because I'm not that up. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay, do you get the promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, be able to take care of your family, to be able, provide the house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success. And if you've never, I don't want to. So there's always steps to it. Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure.
Yes.
That's what you're telling me. No, I'm asking you a question. Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Okay, exactly. So why are you asking that question?
Triggered.
It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports. There's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful. Some days you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn. And that's what sports is about. You don't always win. Some other people's gonna win. And this year somebody else is gonna win. Simple as that. We're gonna come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, not have 10-day stretch with playing bad basketball. And hopefully we can win a championship. So 50 years from 1971 to 2021 that we didn't win a championship, it was 50 years of failure.
Yeah.
No, it was not. It was steps to it, and we were able to win one. Hopefully we can win another one. Sorry that I didn't want to make it personal because you asked me the same question last year, and last year I was in the right mind space to answer the question back.
Giannis said, today I have time, no. He should have just called him a broke boy and walked off. It saved us a minute and 40 seconds of our life. But so, Gil, I'll start with you.
You want to start with me? You want to start with him?
You start with me?
Rashad,
Oh,
start with-
man, he's triggered.
Is there failure in sports, and do you consider this playoff failure for the Bucks?
You can tell Giannis from overseas because he missed the Michael Jordan commercial. The ultimate commercial. Remember the commercial? The reason that I succeed, because I failed. This is the reason why I succeed. I missed these shots. I missed that shot. That's a failure. When you don't win and you don't reach the goal, you fail and you come back and you try again. You failed, bro. When you lose, that's a failure. Winning is a success. It's 2 different metrics. So I think that he just got a little confused. He needed to get into the Michael Jordan catalog and go find out what success and failure really is, because your ass lost. Don't be mad at the reporter for asking the question. Just answer it a little bit better. Next question.
That's what it reminds me of White Man Can't Jump, where she was like, sometimes when you win, you really lose. Sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie. But sometimes when you tie, you actually win or lose. I don't know what the fuck that shit meant, but it resonates right now. Gil, thoughts?
You want to go with him or you want to go?
Brady, you got it.
I mean, I think once you win a championship, every year, you're trying to come back to win. So, it is a failure. But they're going to keep asking those questions. I mean, the reporters are expecting you to get back to where you were 2 years ago. Reporters is doing his job. You got to be a little careful with I always feel like players need to be careful with comparing their situations with Michael Jordan. Just off the fact that, Michael Jordan, when he did win a championship, after that, he kept winning championships. It wasn't, he didn't get, he didn't lose in the first rounds or he didn't lose in the Eastern Conference Finals. He kept going. He kept going to the finals. So I think, for Giannis, it's his career. It's up to him, and we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't do the comparison, with anybody because he's his own man. That's all.
Yeah, listen, it's great. Look, that was a great argument for him if he's a lawyer. Not even gonna lie. Right? It's great. Oh, that was amazing, right? It's like it made you really believe, like, yeah, Giannis is right. The American almost came out and made him want to cuss. He said, well, I'm not gonna take this personal. But at the end of the day, you were supposed to win the championship, or you were supposed to be in that running. You were favored. You was in the top 3 of winning the championship. You were the #1 team in the NBA. Did you fail? Yes. If you lost the first round, you fucking failed. You lost to an 8 seed who barely made it. That is failure. This is America, right? This is America. You failed. Like, where your prediction is, if you didn't get close to your prediction, you failed. It's like saying, going to a job and say, all right, you're gonna make $1,000 today. I have a check for $1,000 today. All you do is you gotta finish the job. This is the things you gotta do. And then you leave there with $50 and then say, hey, I got paid.
I won.
No, bitch, $50 is not what you were supposed to win 1,000, right? You made the bare minimum to who you're supposed to be. So yes, it's a failure. If I was the reporter, I would have asked them a follow question. The follow question is, okay, well, you say it's steps to building the championship. Do you think you moved forward or backwards?
Ooh.
Because he can't say he moved forward. This year, you can't say you moved forward towards
the goal.
To goal. You moved backwards this year because you lost to them. But, at the end of the day, that team was built for them.
Yeah.
Like his worst shooting percentage in playoffs or against any individual team is against them. They play him very well. And he can't, listen, we can't blame him. He does what he do.
Yeah.
Right? He played well. He plays well.
It's the team. It's the system.
It's really the system.
It's the system.
It's not him. Like he did what he's supposed to do. He was injured. I mean, most of the series. But at the end of the day, you need better players around you.
But that's that point too. But that's that point too. What you said too. Even if they did win it, remember we were saying like, well, I'll go get Dame. They didn't get better.
They didn't get better.
I feel like they didn't get better after the championship. Like they didn't go get more pieces. Like they just came the same guys, and they lost PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
Like they lost their main dog.
Let me ask y'all a question. Did Jimmy Butler will the Miami Heat to win the series? What did Jimmy Butler do to take his team to the top?
Willed it,
right? So why didn't Giannis do what Jimmy did?
Well, Giannis played well.
Well, he was hurt.
He was hurt.
I mean, he was hurt.
He missed game 2 and 3 with the back
2 and 3.
injury.
Right?
Yeah,
But he came back 3 and 4, right?
4 and 5.
He was hurt. 4 and 5, right? He had 2 games to do what he needed to do to will his team, right? So my question is, it's like Jimmy did what he needed to do. He didn't depend on any other outside, pieces to help him will the team. And Giannis needed to do the same thing. So for him to be triggered like that, it's like either you regret not giving more, doing more, or you're going to put the blame on somebody else.
Well, I mean, he did his part, so he can't blame. Like he's not going to throw anybody under the bus.
But what's his part?
This
His
is
part
all
should be
y'all's
winning.
fault.
But his part, like you,
His
like,
part is win. You're the leader. You're the MVP. You're
Coaching,
all these
coaching,
things.
What's his
coaching too.
numbers?
Coaching.
What's his numbers?
Coaching got a lot
39,
of-
4.
Yeah.
Like he's playing against somebody who's playing better.
This is the only. Y'all see me? This is the only number.
No, that
I
doesn't
see.
matter. Like,
L.
and if he throws, if your number 2 guy is, scoring 6 points, you don't want to throw him under the bus.
Nah, but the same results, still the L.
Yeah, but he did his part.
He did his part, but no
On those
adjustments.
2 losses, what did he do?
So Giannis for the series, but you got to quantify all this shit. 23, 11, and 5 in the 3 games, but he only played 11 minutes in game 1, had 6 points.
Yeah.
Game 4 had 38, 10 and 13.
Triple double.
Yeah.
Game 5 had 38.
Yeah.
The average,
20
as you
and
said,
3.
was 23, 11,
Because
and
11
5.
minutes.
But because 11 minutes in game
minutes.
1.
So basically, he averaged
The back end.
38.
Yeah.
He averaged 38 when he played.
So 32-ish, if my math is
32-ish.
Was the first
So,
game?
so it's him getting his numbers.
No.
26.
The 2 games he lost, what did he put up? He put up a triple double.
26, 10, and 13, and 38, 20, and 3. So he's
about
averaging 32, 32, 15.
Those are his
and 8.
numbers.
32, 15, and 8. Around, those two.
But playing against a dude that had 56. Shit,
But remember what
42.
you said, though. This is what you said. You said in the playoffs, to be elite, your production and your shit goes up.
Yeah,
His did not.
he did.
Yeah, he just got hurt.
He averaged 32.
That's because he got hurt. If he doesn't get hurt, those numbers go up. That's like he's averaging
I'm
40.
talking about after when he come back, you still got to go.
Yeah, he averaged triple. He had scored a triple double.
But those were his regular season numbers.
He didn't have no, but what I'm saying is, he had a great number. This beats anybody, but he played against a dude who had 56. So he's offset. It's just that he didn't have no other power. Like, I would, like me with him, he did his job. They just got to get better.
And I fucked
Like,
it up.
I don't know if Middleton even played well this season.
I fucked it up. First game, he came back 26, 10, and 13, then 38, 20, and 3. For everybody in the chat who's trying to question me. I just want to put that out there.
Do your job.
You got one job.
But I think for all y'all, Giannis obviously looked pissed being asked that same question again. What's the easiest way to not be asked that question again? Win the fucking series. They don't ask you about those failures.
Yeah, I get it. But, I mean, listen, he handled it in a professional way, being that heated. This is
way more.
like the NBA. Listen, the NBA. If he said something bad, he would have been fined, right? Which is fucked up.
Yeah.
Right. You're putting guys in situations for their natural behavior to kick in. Right. Everyone's not Michael Jordan. Everyone's not gonna really sit there and dissect what he's saying and give a traditional answer. Like, he had to really compose himself to answer that. Now.
Yeah.
If he goes off the rail and his true emotions come out, you're going to find him for it. What the fuck is the point of interviews anyway? At this point in time, why do we need interviews? 99% of all interviews after the game, no one ever sees any of this shit. It's lab shit. Local ass bitches.
Clickbait.
It's
for
just
the click.
local ass bitches.
You're right.
Right, I'm serious. Like, we don't hear nothing. Like, what did Drew Holiday say? What did Milton say?
Yeah.
We don't know nothing about what they're doing. We don't. This is local shit that does not hit Sports Center. Like, if you're gonna have these guys talk, just do it on ESPN or TNT like you did Draymond Green. Like, because other than that local shit, it just gets players in trouble.
But Gil,
one sees it.
We got to be professional, right?
No one sees it.
So we understand that. But what is like he said, what's the easiest way to avoid being ticked off when you're ticked off and you're showing it, right? Next fucking question. Next fucking question.
Fine.
Pass.
But Eddie,
Fine.
It's not a fine because I'm answering the question. Next question.
No, but then they go.
Eric, you
No, then
asked
they
me
go-
the same question last year. Next question, bro. That's dumb.
But now you got a narrative on you now.
Don't matter. I'm Giannis.
well, shit, you got a narrative anyway now.
Because I lost in the first round. It can't get no lower than this. Next fucking question.
He did that last year. That's why he said it. I didn't have the thought process.
Right.
This shit into that last year.
Yeah,
It's worse though, because last year you didn't lose in the first round.
No, it's just one of those things where I don't understand the everyday beat writers anymore. At this point, your jobs are really. What is the point of them? Like, what are you doing besides aggravating players? That's all you're doing at this point in time. You're just there to aggravate the player every single day because
that's the point of the job.
We don't see, but who sees that?
The column.
I see it on Twitter.
The only time we see those is if one of those players say something outrageous.
Yeah. Clickbait.
Other than that, we don't see.
Well, that's the point, to get that response.
What I'm saying is, say, have we seen any of Trae Young's, any Booker's, any KD's beat writer comments after any of the games? Kawhi Leonard? No, we don't see this shit.
I do. I see it.
You see it?
Basketball
We
Twitter.
heavy on Twitter.
Yeah, you got to get on Twitter. Basketball Twitter.
You started the Twitter. You got
All these beat writers have Twitter accounts, and they write everything.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Shit. You on IG?
Oh, they do.
they do.
Oh, they do.
You're on IG heavy. Twitter is more reactionary in
Yeah.
real time. We see a lot more of it.
Yeah.
It's just beat writers are just pointless to me. 'Cause you're not getting nothing real. You're not getting nothing real. And if I do give you something real, I'm spazzing.
Well, that's what the beat writers do. They take the little that you give them, like you used to get pissed about, like, don't do that shit with them because they take it and they can spin it. That's what they waiting for. They the bottom feeders.
But that's what I'm saying.
paparazzi.
I'm getting fined because I'm fucking with bottom feeders.
Yes. That's why I said next fucking question.
This is so the athletes or Morton's beat writers is Burger King.
Yes.
And then we're just sitting here just all season, fucking 82 games, trying not to get fined by these aggravating Burger King writers.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Brad, I know you said you're against players doing podcasts, but in a situation like this, obviously for narrative purposes, whatever, but you're making Giannis go up there heat in a moment. What do you really, the expectations? It's almost like they're looking for something like this because this is the thing that they're going to go with. And Rashad, to your point, if he just goes up there and says next question, you're going to be pissed about it too. So where do we find that balance?
I mean, I feel like he didn't do anything wrong. I feel like he answered the question, boom, boom. He did what he said. Like he was professional. All right, boom, next. Like that's how you're supposed to do it, though. At the end of the day, yes, you're frustrated because you lost, but he still stood up there like a man and answered the questions. Like instead of running to a podcast after and like, well, this is my narrative on it. Well, this is how I feel. If we did this and that, it's like, no, this is what we did. We failed. You know, we got to take steps. Boom, 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 and that's that. Like he answered the questions like a true professional, like a champion.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
like, no, I get it, but it's one of those things that there's not enough grace period. See, when you go home to your own podcast, you have about an hour, 2 hours to really calm down and think. I mean, we're talking about 20 minutes after a game. Like he probably done cussed the whole group out. So that's the only problem. It doesn't protect the athlete's real emotions. Like there has to be some type of grace period long enough for that emotion to calm down.
You make $30 million. I don't care about your emotions.
Right.
Okay.
You make all this money. I don't care about your emotions.
Then don't find me for my emotions.
I am. That's our rules.
Oh, see?
But we have rules. These are rules.
And Gil, and
you
it's
can't go against the
entertainment.
rules.
Don't
And
even
it's entertainment. So the entertainment.
That's what I'm saying.
Then
That's
let
what
me
I'm
be
saying. This is entertainment.
Then let me be entertaining.
But then we give it. He did.
If I go out there and say, shut your bitch ass up and do some shit like this before I come down and fuck you up. Don't find me for that.
Russ has done it.
What else that don't find me for my
Russ has done it. Hey, don't make me come there.
That's what I'm saying.
Cuss the motherfuckers out.
Like, don't, all I'm saying is, if like, okay, Anthony Edwards, if they threw a microphone at him 10 minutes after he done threw chairs everywhere, what you think that man was gonna say up there?
Some bullshit.
Yeah, some bullshit.
But that's why they do it. It's entertainment.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're looking for the entertainment, do not find me for giving it.
You're right.
Don't find me for giving it. I'll give you all the entertainment you can handle.
You're right.
Don't find me for it.
You're right.
So you think they
I
should
can
have
have
asked?
this motherfucker pop it if you wanted to be
For
pop.
real.
So you think they should have asked Giannis those questions the next day? Since okay, the season's over, exit interview. You got to do interviews with the.
No. You're gonna ask some questions right now. But at least like give him some time. I don't know.
20.
But doesn't that lose the edge?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It loses the edge of what we're trying to capture.
Yes.
We want to capture Giannis's most upset, frustrating moment, and it's right now. Look at his face.
No. I get what you're trying to capture. Don't find me for capturing it though. That's my only thing. Don't. It's a double-edged sword.
Well, the way he handled it, he ain't gonna get.
No,
So
he ain't
just
gonna
handle. So I know. So handle it that way.
Like motherfucker, like Eric.
I want to call you a pro Peter.
So, Gil, what would you have done, though? What would you have
You
done?
lucky I'm from Greece. I'm gonna set this motherfucker off. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah.
Come on.
He got some hillside in him though.
He
He
was
got
ready.
been in Milwaukee
He was
long
ready.
enough.
I know
He
what I'm
was.
saying.
He
You
was
can-
ready.
Like,
He
you
was
can
ready
see,
for that.
Like, you can see
He wanted
how
smoke.
frustrated he got.
Yeah.
Like he had to grab it and think and had to talk to himself. Not today, Giannis.
But is that at the question or is that at the reality that their season is over and this is another year he's missed out? I
think all of it.
All
All
of
of
it.
it. Yeah, all of
for
it.
sure.
All
But
of it.
It's like losing it. Like if you lose to someone who can't play 2K, they just play for the first time, and you like, I'm about to mop you and they win.
The Street Fighter Mortal Kombat when the little motherfucker pushed the same button the whole time.
The whole time, and he beats you.
You just want to
But think about it. You don't want to talk after that. You get beat. You just want to play again.
same button ass.
But you don't get to play again no more. So you frustrated. You like, fuck. And then he's about to go brag about it and talk shit. You are faced with just dealing with the fucking facts. You fucking got your ass beat, boy.
So question for y'all, are people who agree with Giannis, are they delusional? Because like you said, the MJ commercial, there's failure in life. I think we can't look at failure as necessarily a bad thing. Failure is a part of the growth, part of success. But you can't also look at it and be like, well, this wasn't a failure. Like, dude, you was the #1 team in the league. You lost in 5, and then go 6-7. I get that you missed the better part of 3 games. You came back with 4 and 5, tricked off numerous double-digit leads in those games.
It's a listen.
Yeah,
no,
it's a failure.
in his situation, that is a failure.
Yeah.
Like when Jordan won his first championship, right? He did not fail. Those other years that we're talking about, those was not championship teams. Those were teams that he was actually building, and once he got there, he won. Right? That's it. There's no in between. There's no, so if you're going to use Jordan, understand it. The teams he was on, they were making steps. Once they became a championship team, they won chips. Period. He didn't win a championship and then downgrade the next year, then get close and then no, that's not how Jordan did it. He won, kept winning, retired, came back, kept winning, retired, and then he played
The Wizards.
with Kwame Brown.
It always comes back.
Throw that shit in there.
It always comes back.
What?
And when he came back, yeah.
That wasn't a failure. That's like a championship, to be honest. It's like being an 8th seed and you
So we talked about MJ. How
beat
was
the #1 team.
Man, you're a big Kobe guy. How would somebody like Kobe reacted to this situation? I imagine much differently than what Giannis said.
Probably the same way. Remember when Steph said, y'all not going to want to see us next year? Remember when they lost, I think Steph was averaging like 31, 32, and then they lost. He was like, yeah, no team is not going to see us next year. And then they came back and won it the next year. I think that's like the type of mentality, Kobe has.
It's a wasted season, though.
So,
It's a wasted season. As you guys know, your NBA careers are finite. This is not going to go on forever.
Yeah.
This is a golden opportunity, and if you want to get to that Jordan level, 6 rings, right? You got one. One is not 6.
Yeah,
So to compare that, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And now you blowing opportunities to do that. But how much even looking at that 2021 finals, just with the situations going on, coming back from after the pandemic, I think they started that season super early. Guys were getting injured. Now, do we have to look at that championship a little differently?
I already looked at I've already gave you flack for that championship. Right?
What? The 2021?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Jersey was whooping y'all ass them first 2 games, beat y'all by like 20-something. KD, James Harden's hurt. Kyrie goes down. Right? Y'all got through that series. But the Bucks was getting manhandled those first 2 games. It wasn't even on the same planet, right? It wasn't even the same planet, right? They ended up winning because everyone got hurt for the Nets. Then you couldn't stop Trae Young. The ref fucked him up when he hurt his ankle, couldn't play no more. And then you play, who was the next round?
Was Phoenix in the finals?
Then you got Phoenix in the finals, right? No, who was after that?
Boston?
Let me pull it up.
It was someone after that, but then you go to,
No, I thought they beat KD and them, right?
huh?
Didn't they beat KD and them to go to the finals?
That was Boston.
That's
Before
good.
that.
No,
Before
2021 Eastern Conference Finals was Boston.
no, that was first round. KD was first round. And then you had Suns, and then referee had to come in.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do
Scotty?
that.
Was it Scotty?
Don't do
I'm just gonna say it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Scotty too hotty?
No, Scott wasn't supposed to be in Game 6. It wasn't supposed to be in Game 6.
So 2021 was
Someone begged Adam Silver to put Scott in Game 6 of that game. Begged. He was not originally supposed to be on Game 6.
So 2021 was Heat first round, Nets second round, Hawks Eastern Conference Finals when Trey made that run. Then Phoenix Suns, I think we're up 2-0.
Yeah. Smack. And then
And they blew it.
and then what's
They
the
blew
name
it.
came in.
They blew it.
Scott Foster came in
They
game
blew
three.
it. They blew it. I was sitting there, Game 6, blew it, defeated. They were defeated.
No,
They were defeated.
he was not supposed to be a ref.
They were defeated. They were defeated.
50 piece.
They were defeated.
No, he did play fucking amazing. But at the end of the day, the team wasn't
So
After that championship, I would have, if I'm the owner, if I'm the general manager and all that, any one of them, I'm looking at that season and saying, okay, look, we got lucky. Like, we really got lucky, but we're gonna accept this shit, but we do need to get better. Mm-hmm. Because if everyone's healthy, fuck no, we're not going through that. So we need to get better and upgrade so we can come back, and they didn't.
They didn't.
They looked at that team. It was just like when Cavs won a championship, and instead of upgrading, they're like, nah, we're going to keep the same team.
They paid everybody.
We're going to keep the same team. What the fuck you mean keep that same team? You were down 3-1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You were down 3-1 and came back and won. That's not a championship. You got lucky.
Golden
Fucking
State
upgrade.
got KD. What the fuck are y'all doing? But that is what it is. That's another disappointing
So I
moment.
said this summer's going to be interesting for Milwaukee.
It is.
I'm letting Milton go. He's free agent, right?
I think he has a player option this year, so he can become a free.
Hey, man, yeah, we're going to pay you. We're going to pay you big money. Opt out. Yeah, we're going
Brook
to pay you
Lopez
big
is
money.
getting older.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure's on Milwaukee. I mean, you got to keep Giannis is happy. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, next year, by next year or the next year after that, what?
At the end of the day, let's just keep it a buck. He did everything
He was supposed to do.
He's done everything he's supposed to do. You got a championship to a city. You good, man. Giannis, you good. All right? Like, you good. All right, there's really nothing else we need to talk about with your career. I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, Bucks, Milwaukee, they love you. They're going to love you forever. You're going to go down, you're going to have a statue. It's going to speak Greece or whatever language you speak. It's going to have a button and just says random shit you say. You good, all right? You good.
You get promoted every year?
Yeah.
So you tell him he need to just relax a little.
He good. I mean, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
He good.
So looking at this series, everything we know about it, obviously, again, Giannis missing the better part of 3 games. Was this the biggest payoff? Excuse shit, I'm fucking up.
Come on now.
Was this the biggest playoff collapse in NBA history? I got to do my job. Jimmy Butler.
No.
You won't give it to him.
We believe. What are you talking about? The Dallas fucking won 67 games. 67 games with the MVP on that team. Wow, he was healthy. Healthy Dirk. Healthy team. Ass whooping.
We believe.
Yep. That's the biggest.
Lose to AC?
Yeah, back in the.
The Spurs, right? Didn't they lose to Memphis?
Let me pull it up.
What year was that? That was Zebo then, right?
2010.
Yeah, it was the Zebo team.
2011. Grizzlies beat the number 1 seed Spurs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Tim Duncan was no MVP that year though.
Yeah, but they were good though.
I know.
They
but
were
Dallas 67 with the MVP on it?
Yeah. BD was.
Nothing topping that.
No. That's the
Did
worst.
you say 5 games? But again, 5, but I don't got Giannis for 3.
Stack Jack locked that motherfucker.
But still, and Brandon, I know we talked about this before the show.
Not an all-star on another team either. We believe didn't have no all-star.
Nobody, yeah. BD wasn't the all-star.
They had the People's All-Star Baron Davis.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, the People's Champ. But we talked about this. Just the fashion though. Like Monday, I'm getting ready to go to the Lakers game. I'm watching the game on TV. They're up 13. I walk over to Staples. Yeah. By the time I walk from the Marriott Live to Staples, these motherfuckers are losing. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Same thing Wednesday. Watching the Kings Warriors, they got the little score bug going on. You just kind of see, then you flipping back and forth. Is there anything to that? Because Giannis did play, and if you're gonna play, you can't use the back as an excuse.
Look, man, the Miami Heat is Giannis's nemesis.
100%.
Right? Anytime he has to play them in the playoffs, he should be worried, like just as a group. Because the team, Miami, is not building their defense for the team. That defense, them schemes are built for Giannis and Giannis only. And right now, what is he shooting? 16%?
But he has swept that team before. Let's acknowledge
While
that.
still shooting 16% from the field.
100%.
From jumpers and threes to 16%.
Let's talk about free throws too. I mean, it's safe to say Giannis was atrocious from the free throw line in this elimination game. 10 for 23, and even that play in regulation toward the end of the game at the jump ball, he got the ball in his hands. I think we've got the video of it. He didn't want to, and understandable. He didn't want to get fouled on the line.
Damn, look how strong he is. God damn.
But watching this in real time,
See, even right there, something like that, right? this is, I mean, the play before this should have been heat ball. It should have been heat ball.
The Lowry Middleton, yeah.
Yeah, and they end up doing the jump ball because they didn't want to give it to the Heat, right? So you get another chance, and look what they did with the second chance, right? Damn near threw that ball away. Like, so it's...
What's the mentality there, though?
Yeah, was he afraid of that free throw, or did he just make a mistake?
It looked like he was fucking terrified.
No, he was trying to give it to the best free
free throw
throw
shooter. Smart. I mean, it's smart.
Yeah.
No,
He's trying to give it to the best
Hell
free throw
yeah.
shooter.
Can he hit a free throw?
Fuck no, I don't want him shooting free throw.
If Chris Middleton, right, I'm passing.
So why
right to
he in the
Chris
game?
Middleton.
To get the jump ball. Who the fuck knows? Best player.
Yeah, Brook Lopez do the jump. though,
Yeah,
if
so
I'm not
why is Giannis in the game?
Coach.
We'll talk about that very,
It's
very
like somebody
soon.
like that's like Shaq, right? You bet like if Shaq get the ball and Kobe's right there, Derek Fish right there, bitch, you better pass that ball. Don't be sitting there getting fouled trying to go to the free throw line.
But let's think about it. Time and score. We're
He did
on
the
the
right
bench.
play.
It's like, all right, Bud, who you putting in the game? We not putting nobody in the game that can't shoot free throws.
That's the coach. That's what I said. That's the coach.
What the fuck are we doing? He's the worst free throw shooter in the league. Why is he on the floor?
Because if y'all don't get that
Yeah,
jump
because if
ball,
you don't get the jump ball.
Because if y'all don't get that jump ball and
then
they coming down, your defensive player is not there either.
Yeah.
But that you don't put all that pressure on him just to get the ball. Like, we got a whole team. Box out, tip it to me. I got it. Foul me.
Who?
Basketball.
Giannis?
Oh, I'm talking about Brook Lopez. Giannis not being in the game. It's like you put Portis in, you put somebody in who can shoot free
But
throws,
what I'm
get that
saying is if
rebound.
you don't get the jump ball,
Then what?
if Bam actually out jumps him, which they probably thought Bam was going to do, you out jump him. Now I don't have my best defensive player there.
The ball's not going to go to Giannis, right? Let's say it does tip. They tip it back. We got to play at this point, right? Without our defensive player.
Now,
right?
now you're stupid.
It's just up in the
now
air
you're a
now.
stupid coach for that one.
But we don't know we don't know if he scores. It's 4 seconds left.
it don't matter.
Got to take that chance.
Like, no, you don't
It was
take
more
that
than
chance.
4 seconds. It was what, like
Like 6 or 7 seconds.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, like 5
Like
seconds.
if-
Oh
like-
yeah,
like-
Jimmy's
like-
coming down, and
Like that's just like let's just saying the Lakers are there and you got Shaquille O'Neal and you take him out of the game because you don't want him to shoot free throws and the other team gets the ball. Now you don't have Shaq down there and they score. You look stupid as a coach.
What you mean if you don't have Shaq down there to score?
If you take Shaq
defend.
out for the jump ball, right?
If he playing in Miami,
No, just period.
anywhere, all right,
You just take him out, right? Because you don't want him to get fouled because he can't shoot free throws.
right.
And then the other team gets the ball, they come down and score a layup. You're fired.
What's the difference between him actually doing that and then him getting the ball, getting fouled, and missing the free throws?
First of all, I don't want Shaq getting the ball. Pass that bitch like Giannis did. What Giannis did was perfect.
Shaq would have did the same thing, young.
Yep.
But think about
Just
it.
make a better
Middleton
pass.
don't save that. It's their ball.
No, for sure. I mean, it was just, the pass was
He
off,
just got
but
scared.
But that's
That's
Yeah,
the
pass was
point
off.
for me. It's
you
like,
can't be scary on the pass.
you can't be scary on that. Like if you throw that away, it's like you should have been on the bench.
Yeah, he just overthrew it. Little muscles. Yeah. It's just a little muscles, a little.
So let's talk about Jimmy Buckets a little bit. 98 points in those last 2 games.
damn point.
First player to do that in 30 years, want to say 5th all time. So for the series, let me just read off these numbers to you. 38 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. After the game, Giannis said he would have wanted to guard Jimmy a little bit more. We talked about that yesterday. I think y'all said bad idea. But Giannis said he would he said he wanted to guard Jimmy more. Left that up to the coaches. They were the ones who made adjustments or lack thereof. Didn't happen. Seems like the Bucks didn't have many adjustments for Jimmy. Coming off that 56-point game, I really don't believe you can let that man score 42 again. Get the game time bucket, no Brook Lopez in the game. How would you have guarded Jimmy Butler in this series?
I would have put the crazy white boy on him.
Grayson Allen.
I would have put Grayson. He's bigger. Okay, you're 2 defensive players, right? Drew Holiday, too small. Giannis, too big. You're not in position. I don't give, like, you are not the player that's supposed to guard this guard. It's just a pointless thing to even think about. So you got one guy who's too small, and what he's doing is he's just bodying them, hitting the mid-range, shooting the mid-range. Giannis is nowhere to be found because he's out of position on that. This is just like a great defensive player trying to guard a big man. Your defense is meaningless in this realm. Yeah. So they needed Grayson Allen, old PJ Tucker. That's the player that's missing to guard Jimmy. A big body who can challenge his mid-range if he does try to pull up. Right? The guys who challenge his mid-range, they can't even affect that shot.
I'm not going to shit on Grayson. But he ain't it. He ain't gonna get the job done.
I mean, just it's better than Drew right
There
now.
are 2 defensive assassins on that team that Brandon alerted me to that wasn't utilized at all.
Who?
Wesley Matthews and Jay Crowder. 2 guys who could have been sent as like. So should I bring my wine out for that? Should I bring my wine out? He seems to be perplexed about 2 defensive players needing to be on the floor to play defense against Jimmy Butler. Yeah. Okay. Freedom, how you feel about that, baby? Freedom agrees. He says, yeah, man, these 2 dudes play defense. Grayson Allen don't have the experience that Wesley Matthews or Jay Crowder has to give Jimmy what he need. I need different looks. I need a hand in my face like Shane Battier, like Tony Allen. Like what we talking about? They can't play. You gonna put Grayson Allen in front of them 2 to stop?
Just keep going.
Let me hear it. Let me hear something back, Gil. You can't just run. Don't run and hide on your stats and shit.
Serious
Give me
question
what
for
you
you.
got.
Jay Crowder didn't get a lot of time in this series. What was the point of trading 5 second rounders for?
I have no idea.
I'm waiting, Gil.
To let him get cardio?
I have no idea.
Not to say he could have shifted the balance of the series, but
I mean, I do like the Grayson Allen. I do like the Jay Crowder. I do like the Wesley Matthews. I just feel like Jimmy Butler should have been having different looks on him from time to time.
Who y'all gonna put on again?
No. Don't go there, man.
Say the names again.
We waiting on you.
Jay Crowder.
You trying to build up a rebuttal.
No, I'm just saying.
Waiting on you to say something.
Wes Matthews and Grayson Allen.
How many minutes did Wes Matthews?
I'm rolling with all.
Oh, here we go.
pull it up.
Here we go.
You gonna put that old ass man?
Here we go.
You gonna put that old ass man?
Here we against the old ass man. They the same
you
age,
gonna put that
man.
old ass man who ain't been relevant for the last 6-7 years.
You ain't talking about
of the
relevant.
NBA. I don't give a
Grayson
shit.
Allen is not relevant,
I
bro.
do not give a shit what his defense looked like in the early 2000s. I was in the NBA when Matthews was playing good. You telling me 10 years later you want to put him
An
in
extra
the game
body.
against
An extra body. Yes, throw them all on this man. Give him different looks.
Why'd you even tell him that you knew
He got 56. He got what? 56? What you mean?
He's the same age.
No,
damn near
so
Chris
what?
Paul.
So what?
Hey, Wesley Matthews did play 24 minutes in Game 5.
Come on, man.
And where was he at? Nowhere. You don't
Cabo.
even remember.
Hey, well, we're
He's
gonna
old.
look at the analytics of when Wesley was guarding somebody and what they did on the floor.
Put buckets on. Then he's 36, bro.
Yo,
Hey,
you
he was-
guessing.
He's
Yo,
retired after this season.
guessing.
That's like putting Vince Carter
No, it's
on
not.
you.
No,
Put
it's
Vince
not.
Carter.
No, it's not.
He was a minus 19 in the game.
Of course he was.
The worst on the bus. The worst on the bus.
Look, I'm not saying start Wesley Matthews.
36.
Throw
Him.
niggas at him. Throw
36.
anybody.
They got 6 fouls.
You
They
throw-
got 6 fouls,
You throw-
Gil. We need
Let
to
me
stop
throw-
this guy.
Let me throw a 36-year-old at you right now.
So, all right, look, take Wesley out. What about Jay Crowder?
He got excited as shit. Like, oh shit.
So Gil, if that's your only metric, let's just say Jay Crowder. Fuck Wesley Matthews. Are you gonna say the same old shit about Jay?
Yes.
Why?
Oh,
Jay Crowder was just in
bro.
the finals 2 years ago.
cool,
Bro,
That's amazing.
come on, bro.
That's amazing. Look,
Come on,
Vince
bro.
Carter was a dunk contest
Why you keep
champ
saying
at
Vince
some point
Carter?
in life. All right? Year 20, he's not Vince Carter anymore. Matthews and Jay Crowder ain't the defensive players they used to be. I am not sticking these old ass men on Jimmy motherfucking playoff buckets.
So you're not even gonna throw him. So you're not gonna throw him in there.
I am not.
Well, they did.
At all?
They did.
Throwing
They did.
old ass meat at a new lion. Throwing this old ass meat at
Jimmy
a lion.
Butler is not a new lion,
But
bro.
maybe you don't want to eat that meat.
He's not
He
a
said,
new
oh,
lion.
It must be meat.
Show us.
What are you talking about?
Give me them
Gil?
stats. Give me them stats. Let's just see what.
No, Wesley Matthews played 24
No, I
minutes.
don't give a fuck about Weston. Let me show you what Jimmy Butler's doing. You tell me you gonna throw Grandpa out there. Go.
Hold on,
First game.
Pulling it up.
Just tell me who else was
So
guarding.
Jimmy Butler, first game 35,
Okay.
11 and 5.
35.
Next game 25.
25.
Next game 30.
30.
Then the 56 piece.
When you gonna put them them old ass niggas on him? What year? What game?
They would have beat him up, man.
They
listen,
old.
But
They
he
would've
know,
beat-
Brandon, he
Bro,
know.
you got
Brandon, he captain.
physicality.
They can't
Physicality.
stand-
He's captain.
They
I know,
can't
I know
stand
you
in
got
front
it.
of him.
He's captain.
They
He
can't
wanna
stand
prove
in
his
front of him. What
point.
they gonna do? But
Foul. We
Yeah.
gonna fuck him up.
You know, like anybody else, that the more bodies they send at you, the hotter you gonna get, the more you gonna cook. But at least they trying to make you work for it.
That's
We
12
trying to
fouls.
make
That's 12
you.
fouls.
We
That's 12
trying to
fouls.
make you work for it. It don't matter how successful you are. We just saying effort. We like, yo, we know he hot. He the hibachi. Listen, do whatever we gotta do. Foul him 100 times.
Cool. All right, you on fire, right? And then half of them get subbed in the game. Guard McCants. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep doing.
You gonna look at him and do what?
Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one.
I got grandpa. Man, sit your old ass
Here's
down.
another one.
No,
Come on, bring
no,
it over here.
It's old.
Who else you got?
Listen, you putting two players who just ain't got it no more on
Two more
defensive.
players,
I don't give a
bro.
shit how many. Just because, listen, that's the problem. You just saying, all right, I got two more extra bodies to throw at you.
Because we got nothing else.
They're just bodies at that point, giving up. They're going to give up more points than they're going to
Nah.
do. What was he, minus what?
We don't know that.
What was he
We
in?
don't know that though.
What
See,
was
we
he-
don't know that. It's two different
What was he?
defenders. We don't know
Minus
that.
19.
Minus
Two
19.
different defenders.
It's two different
Two
defenders.
totally different defenders.
Say it again.
Minus 19 in the game.
He played 24 minutes, minus 19.
In one game.
Yes.
Yeah.
They lost that game, right?
He's not
Huh?
supposed
This
to
is
be
the
a
last
factor.
game. Yeah,
They lost the
the
game.
elimination
Look,
game.
you're not subbing Wesley Matthews in to be a factor, bro. You're extra body.
They put
Foul
him in.
him 3 times.
He played 24
They
minutes.
put him in.
I'm saying
he did a
I'm
decent
saying,
enough
but
job
He
on
did a
Jimmy.
decent enough
don't-
job.
you don't
Minus
have an
19.
expectation, though.
I guarantee that's the worst minus on that goddamn thing.
Yeah.
It's not an
Right.
expectation, man.
So he no, you're right. He put him in.
Jay Crowder and Wesley Matthews both could have played 24 minutes apiece, like
They did, no, they-
like 12 each.
No,
Just to
they
come in-
did. That's what y'all forget. They did. They put his own ass in, and he got barbecued.
One game.
One game,
That's not
bro.
enough.
They put him in.
It's 4-1.
That's
Gil.
what
put him in.
Look, it was a
He played in
4-1
game 1,
series, bro. 4-1 series
They subbed him in.
for one game.
They subbed him in. He got his ass barbecued.
I blame that on the coach, man.
So
For sure.
Hey,
100%.
I'm gonna do what they did to us when I was in Washington. You asked for the heat, your ass got burned. He got his ass cooked. They cooked that buck.
let's talk about coaching now. Mike Budenholzer.
Who's the coach?
Mike Budenholzer. Am I saying that right? Budenholzer.
I don't know. I just thought it was just Giannis' thing. I didn't even know they had a coach
Mike
over there.
Oh, but yeah, we're gonna get into it.
All right, they got a coach.
And I like Coach Bud, like good dude. Like every time I pull
Bud.
up, every time I pull up to Milwaukee, always love. But that's tough.
Bud.
If, none of us are performing in life. If y'all not bringing it on the show, even your show, we could change this to Joe Sizer Arena if you're not bringing it. But Gil, I know you're gonna bring it. Okay?
Good.
I'm just
Don't
saying.
bring it.
But he made a few questionable decisions in the game. None more glaring than not using the Bucks' final timeout in regulation. So we have that video, I believe.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, so this is first. Let's give love to Jimmy Butler. Where the fuck is Brook Lopez?
The push off, offensive foul.
You're not gonna call that if you're referee. You're not gonna call that for referee.
You got, is that Pat Connaughton I just
Yeah,
tagged?
yeah.
And Drew Holiday trying to stop Jimmy Butler.
No, I mean, listen.
Well, he said Wes Matthews is out there too.
You're not gonna make that call. You're not gonna make that call as ref. You're gonna just see it play out. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, maybe if he missed.
no, I mean just saying you're just not gonna make that
Yeah.
call. Like it's just one of those things. Like all right, like you could have easily just shut that whole shit down.
But 0.5 seconds left to go in the game. They have a timeout. Yeah, they had a timeout. Did not use it. Go to OT.
It was listen. There's probably it's a little play sometimes that happens that you don't expect to happen, and you just get it's just brain farts.
But isn't that your job as a coach to expect all of that? I don't care about the Jimmy bucket. That's a wild ass bucket. But if they score here, what are we gonna do? And they tie the game with 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. But 0.5, there's two, like you, it reminds me of the, it reminds me of that Cleveland when J.R. Smith got that offensive rebound, right? In the timeout, I'm pretty sure no one ever thought, hey, if we get the offensive rebound, either put it up or call a timeout, right? You're not expecting Hill to miss that shot, right? So when J.R. Smith went in there and actually got the rebound, no one thought timeout.
Why not?
Because it didn't cross their mind.
It did.
Okay, and
He
that,
was
and that
high.
cost you guys
He
a
was
chance to
high.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes motherfuckers have brain farts.
So we just called a timeout. We're coming out, and nobody's saying not all these fucking coaches, everybody. So nobody's looking at nothing.
Bro, there's no
Okay, so
excuse for that.
so my thing, it ain't JR fault. It's all y'all fault.
It's all
No,
y'all
that's a team. That's a
Y'all.
team fuck up.
Yeah,
That's
y'all.
a team. That's a
Like
team
what?
fuck up.
But let's talk about this game.
That's a team fuck up.
But here's my thing: if they came and hit a 3 and went up 1, you would have called a timeout, right?
Immediately.
team fuck up.
So how's that any fucking different than scoring? Like this is not that. Like JR, that's not predictable. What's predictable in this situation is they might get a bucket here.
Yes.
What do we do after
2
that?
seconds left, throwing it to the rim with your 2 big men. Unpredictable. Shooting a 3, time's off the clock. Yeah, if I'm shooting, come on, we smarter than that.
Yeah.
If they shoot a 3, there's no more time for a timeout, period.
Yeah, because you got to catch and shoot.
You got to catch and shoot.
If Miami shoots it.
If Miami shoots a 3, there's no more time.
Okay. For
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So the concept of I have my 2 big men out there, there's going to get a layup. That's not going to possibly happen. That's what I said. It happened, just shook everyone.
He didn't have his 2 big men out there though.
No, huh?
Like, he didn't have Brook Lopez out there.
No, he had, so who was back there?
Giannis was on the ball. I think he had Drew Holiday and Connaughton underneath for that whole.
Yeah, so that you're not thinking layup. You're thinking jumper at best.
We're down 1. We don't need a 3.
But it's
I'm saying in this game, it was, you're up 2.
well, the thing is, once they got scored, it's the panic whoever touched the ball out of bounds instead of calling timeout.
No, but what we're talking about is before it even goes out there, before Miami throw the ball in, the Bucks are saying, whatever happens here, timeout.
No.
2-point game, 2.1 second. You know the ball's gonna go to Jimmy, right?
Timeout.
You have to have a
Yeah,
reasonable.
no. What I'm saying is, after this, okay, right here, right? They score. You're supposed to call timeout.
That's
right
what I'm
here.
saying.
I think they was all so fucking they're stuck. Because once this guy touched the ball, he's done.
Wait,
But
hold on.
who's stuck?
He's done.
But who's stuck?
What I'm saying, it's dead ball.
Yeah.
But the point is, you call timeout. I think it was 0.5 on the clock. You might have got a couple more points of a second back.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, I'm about to say, challenge that. That looked like it could have been 0.9.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
when-
should have been
like, that
1.9
looked like
in
could have
1
been
minute.
0.9.
I think once you, what is the rule? Once you touch the ball, is it dead ball?
What you mean after it comes out of the net?
Yeah.
No.
If it's
okay.
dead ball, that means they can't advance.
Yeah, under.
No.
No. If you go to take out, you call timeout. I think
Yeah.
you can still
You
advance.
can
Yeah.
advance.
You can still advance?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know there's rules where like certain little things.
No, if you take it out and pass it and you call timeout, you got to
call
get
timeout.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get it from right
Yes.
But that's not even probably the most glaring one. Let's talk about now in OT.
No, that's fucking glaring right there.
But OT.
That's
OT. Not using the timeout final possession. Grayson Allen looking dazed and confused. Right about here.
where was
He don't know the
wait, hold
clock.
on. Where was
He
I
don't know
supposed to
the
call a timeout?
No, nowhere there.
He don't know
Where
the
was I
clock.
supposed to call a timeout?
Nah.
He don't know the clock. No.
But
If anything, you call it.
Okay.
But leading up to this
Right
play,
here.
Leading up to this play, they didn't call a timeout. They
No.
got it and they just went. Like 9 seconds left. They brought it up the court.
Okay. Here for kids that's watching. Here, go back.
But you don't see the start of that play.
I don't give a fuck about the start. Go.
You do, Gil.
I'll tell you when to pause. Because right now, I'm not calling a timeout because everyone's.
I'm saying,
Stop right here. That's your shot.
Yeah,
All
pull-
kids
pull
out
up.
there.
Yeah,
that's,
pull
your, that's your shot.
Yeah, but he don't know time.
but prior to this, though.
But that's the shot.
Yeah.
That's the
It
shot.
don't matter.
But prior to this, I think Giannis got the rebound. However, it broke down. They had the opportunity to call a timeout, design something, and actually put themselves in a better position to score.
But what I'm saying is, because everyone's scrambling, as an offensive player, I want this defense because everyone's scrambling. Now, I think if that's Steph Curry right there, if that's Booker right there, that is a game over. Mid-range jump shot. That's the problem with the new NBA. Three in layup.
No, Gil, because
That's
there's no
not-
Gilbert
that's not-
arenas out there.
That's not Steph Booker.
That's
Hill.
not you.
It's Grayson Allen.
Yes,
What
Grayson
I'm saying-
Allen.
He can't shoot a mid-range?
He can't do it the way you would do
What I'm saying
it.
is, he can shoot a jumper. But if your brain is still stuck on threes and layups, look where the jump shot is at. Kawhi Leonard, any jump shooter, you would have shot this mid-range. You would have shot this mid-range.
Sure, I would have shot a floater.
Right? Yes.
I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. And this is what the kids are being taught. 3 or layup.
Yeah.
So that in between, look at all that open space. He's actually going to the defender.
But remember what you said. This is scrambling time. So now we're in a scramble, 9 seconds left. There ain't no play, and we got no star to get a ball to. In this situation with 9 seconds left, we giving it to you. We're saying it's scrambling time. Gil gonna take us home.
But no, even if normal basketball, if you understood the game, put it back up. If you understand, and this is why These kids need to be taught. Put it back up.
Run the tape again. We'll do it live.
Right?
Nope, not that one. Uh-oh. Can we do this in real time, okay?
Man.
We are a small production, but a vigorous.
There's three motherfuckers back there.
We need that.
All right. So look, he's trying to pass it, got blocked off
Right there. Yeah, that extra dribble.
Right. Let's go back. Look at you pass the defender right there. Boom. Right there. Like that's what I'm saying. You're still trying to get to the basket when the shot already presented itself.
Time
as
to
a
score.
hooper.
Time to
Yeah,
score.
But why didn't he take the? Why
Because
didn't
he's not being taught.
Because
it's not programming.
It's scramble.
There's no scramble. Look.
It's a scramble.
Man, do I need to go back there for the goddamn controllers?
Yeah, we are.
We're teaching. This is
The Grayson Allen.
This is hoop teaching right now. Hoop basketball.
We're scrambling.
This is-
We're
this is
scrambling.
boom,
We're
got him.
scrambling. We're
Stop.
scrambling.
This is educational.
That's why we call
This
a timeout.
That's why I'm not
because
calling a timeout. I'm not. This is the fucking best shot I'm gonna get.
But
Right there.
it's
This
who
is the best shot.
Listen, it's who has the ball.
This is the best shot. Period. This is the best shot.
That's why the shot was the shot.
This is the best shot. This is right here. Look, where's the defense?
Why didn't he
There's
take-
no defender.
But why didn't he take the shot?
Because he's being taught 3 or layup. So
layups.
the shot presented itself, he's going to the layup. It don't get there in time. He don't even get a fucking shot up.
But look, if we set a
Very
play,
educational
if
use
we
of this
set a
clip.
play,
Very
if we-
educational.
if
If I
set
set
a
up
play-
a play, you don't get this open.
No. If we set up a play and that situation opens up where he can take that in between shot, and they're saying, look, you'll have a shot here.
You're not.
It'll be a shot there.
My defense is set.
But the fact that it's scrambling, Grayson don't got the know-how to stop and pop right there.
No player does.
'Cause they're not
Besides
being
certain
taught.
players.
Because they're not being taught.
They're not being taught.
So if you know, you know.
If you're not being taught, that's why I'm teaching. That's where you stop and shoot.
So let me ask you this. If you call the timeout, we draw up a play, there
My
is no
defense is
scramble.
set. My defense is set. There's no scramble.
Don't matter. We got to play. We got 9 seconds. We got to play to run. And it's a tie game, right? Was it a tie game? Or what was it?
They
Down
were
one?
down.
They were down
Down
two.
one?
Down
Down
two.
two?
Down two.
Down 2, we got to set up a play.
Sure.
Yeah.
So-called
Defense
timeout.
is set or not, it don't matter because we want to get a good shot, not a scramble 1-2. Nah, fuck that. Give us a real shot.
If he pulled up for that jumper, that was the best shot you was going to get in that time frame. That is the best
Timeout
shot.
or no timeout.
If you get a
that's who
timeout,
that's who
you're
you
not
trust
getting
taking that shot?
Huh?
You trust Grayson Allen taking that shot with your season on the line?
I mean, you have to.
Can he shoot?
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yes.
You can't shoot a mid-range
Did
jumper?
you see what play he made?
No, I see what play he made. If he stops and shoot a jump shot, is he capable of making that?
No.
Yes.
Did you see what play he made?
I'm not asking you that. I know what play he made. I'm saying my play. Pump fake like you did. You went, you took 1-2 dribbles. Can he actually make that shot?
Yeah.
Yes. He's a jump shooter. Yes, he can.
But let's talk about Coach Bud a little
That's
bit.
why they trainers. That's the problem with basketball, because the shots that are open, you're not taking them, and you're trying to do what these analytics will tell you. If Booker had that same shot, game over.
Yes.
If Chris Paul had that game over.
Yes.
Right? These
Wallen.
are games over.
Yes.
Luka, any of these guys, game over.
Game over.
So the rest of y'all are missing what should make you great.
Right.
The easy shot. The easy shot was that right there. Not going in trying to make a layup.
It's just the difference between Devin Booker and Grayson Allen.
The
big difference between the two.
The difference between a game winner and get your ass off the court.
So let's
Fuck off the court. Just stupid
let's
ass
talk
off.
about Coach Bud here. 20.
Fucking Dookie, get your stupid ass off the court. Get your dumb ass off the court. The fuck you learn that kind of balance? Get your stupid ass.
Coach K, that's your man.
It all comes
makes
back to
sense
Coach
now.
K. It
It
all
makes
goes back
sense
to Coach K.
That's your man.
Well, let's talk about Coach B. Coach Bud, 2023 collapse joins a long list of playoff disappointment. I think we got this tweet up, but we can just kind of quickly rehash it. 2015, Bud lost 4 straight to Cleveland in the sweep. 2016, they got swept again by Cleveland. 2019, 4 straight to Toronto.
Damn.
They went on to win the championship. 2020, 3 straight to Miami and 5. Now 2023, 3 straight to Miami and 5.
Damn.
Coach Bud brought a championship, first championship in 50 years. But Brandon, I'm gonna ask you first. Do the Bucks need to move on from Mike Budenholzer this summer? And this is nothing personal to him as man. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
He's meant a lot to that organization.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, he came here, he did what he's supposed to do. He got them a ring, right? It's kind of like he's in that situation of like Doc Rivers when they won the championship with Boston Celtics, right? Like Boston didn't win it for a long time, came and won it, and then your true colors start coming out about you. So it's just more like, you know, I don't really know the Bucks' offensive system. Like it's kind of nasty. Like the offense is nasty. And it's kind of like, I think he kind of stuck in his old ways. Like a lot of these older coaches are stuck in their old ways, and it's like the game has changed and it's different. So it's like, you know, they didn't get better. They let PJ go. I also feel like that last play when Jimmy Butler got that layup, they would have had Brook Lopez guarding the inbounder and having Giannis guard Jimmy. That doesn't happen at all.
Now that's when you put Giannis on Jimmy.
You know, so it's just certain things. Like I know you lose focus or you have a brain fart, but it's like NBA champion coach like that, you gotta make adjustments. And I don't think he's made any adjustments the last 2 years.
Like, you know, like I'm always big on, and it's the opposite of what coaches do, right? Coaches, their staff is not as lead. Like if I'm gonna be a coach, my staff has to be better than me. Right? My staff has to be better than me, not lower than me. Because if they're worse than me, then I am the one making all the decisions.
Yep.
If they're better than me, then they're gonna see things that I can't see. Right? Like Phil Jackson and Tex, right?
Yep.
Like, he's making Phil Jackson better. I want my staff to make me better. So they're gonna see things that I can't see. They're gonna make me sharper, right? Most of these guys are scared to lose their jobs because of the guys that they have around them. I want my job to be, like, because if I lose my job, that means the people behind me, I hired the fucking best.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't be worried about my job because if I'm fucking up, then they're getting fired too.
Right.
Give me the best of the fucking best, and we're all here together. They're making me better. That's just period. And I don't think that happens in. They're so afraid of their staff
Because they feel like somebody's gonna backdoor them.
you know, you're gonna back. Hey, if you backdoor, like,
You should want that strong coach.
want-
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. I never thought of that.
and it's just sharpen supposed to iron sharpen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, iron supposed to iron. Whatever the fuck that.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. The fucking drink is kicking in, right? So.
Now, we talked about this, though. We talked about the coaches, if they were actually, the assistant coaches were players, and that one coach was actually taking all the information from the former players and giving him, like, insight, like, perspective. Like, coach, check this out. So all he is really the face. Like we talk about, Bud, be the face. Listen to these former players and what they saying. And when you go in there to give, you know, the huddle, the spiel, like you got different perspectives for the different players that you have. And when the league, like you said, he in his old ways, it's like Dwayne Casey and Nate McMillan. And they don't want young Stan Van Gundy.
Like, old, man.
They want the credit though. They want the credit for all of it. So they say, like you just said, if you got some people lower than you, it's all on you. Pressure, right? But then the credit's all on you too.
I don't know. The credit is win. Like,
Yeah. Everybody can get the credit when you win.
Well, the coaches don't think that. The coaches know, like, I put the form together, I put the plays together, I did the practices. This shit is all on me. I did this.
Actually, the coaches ain't really doing shit.
They not.
I mean,
but
let's
they
be honest.
feel like
The coaches ain't really doing shit.
I mean,
it's the film guy, it's them scouts, it's them guys that's lower, that's like behind the bench.
Yep.
That's telling them.
Like, I'm telling you, if I'm assistant coach, you're gonna have to just fire me because you'll be trying to make a sub. Like, wait, hold on.
What is you doing? Him? No, not him.
Someone else. This motherfucker the nigga just ate 3 hot dogs
On the
about
bench.
number over there. No,
On the bench.
He ain't paying attention to the game, man.
No,
Put somebody
coach.
else in. No, but serious, that's how that shit be. Coaches be sitting there, right? They be sitting there like, oh, hey, get in. And then this go, he got his jersey on. Motherfucker like that. No, you can't pull that shit with me in the game, man. No.
Real shit.
No.
He said, hold on.
Not him.
Not right now.
Not right now.
He ain't ready yet. Look, 2 more minutes, man. Get your shit together, man. Get him a Red Bull.
Get him a hot pack.
He's not ready right now. And them assistant coaches don't be doing that, man. Because there'll be times that we'll be going in the game and I'm like, why he about to get his ass busted for real.
Yeah.
And as assistant coach, your job is to protect the head coach from the shit he's doing too. Yes. There's some plays that shouldn't be called, like Jimmy Butler, that last play, right? That last play wasn't supposed to be for him.
Really?
To go to OT. Wait, was it to go to OT?
The one when he tipped it in with the one hand?
There was one play that was supposed to, and he looked at Sproul like, wait, no, I want that. I want that shot. I want that shot. He ain't,
For me.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Hughes, when I hit that shit in Chicago, the play was for Larry. The play was for Larry Hughes. Larry's balling. He had 32 that game, killing. And I'm like, nah, give me, I'm about to make it. He was like, do your thing.
Do your goddamn thing.
Do your goddamn thing. Right? Do your goddamn thing.
I believe you.
Well, shit, we could talk about this for more than a few shows, but we got a lot more to cover. We appreciate you to the 6,000 people that are in this chat right now. If you go tell your friends.
There's 6,000?
If we get to 10K, you already know what we're going to make Gil do. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, aunties,
You already
uncles.
see how I am on the liquor, man.
BJ got it rolled up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Bleezy Gil. But we talked about Coach Bud, his coaching tree. We got two Coach Bud disciples facing off each other, Grizzlies and the Lakers. So I know I was on the show. Ooh, that's a segue for that ass. Chad, I hope you appreciate this shit. We put a lot of time and energy and effort into this show. But last episode, I was a little concerned about the Lakers now going to Memphis, fresh off that overtime win, LeBron playing 45 minutes, AD playing 42 minutes. Thought the Grizzlies would win. So I got my Negro Damas on, was not happy to be right. But Grizzlies came back to Memphis, got that, closed it now to 3-2. So Gil, I'll start with you. Are you still confident the Lakers are winning the series? You said Lakers at 4 because we weren't counting.
Yeah, I didn't pay
Game
attention
two.
to the last game either, so like, I didn't watch it, so it don't count, right?
You got to watch, though.
No, I didn't listen. It didn't count. So yeah, we're gonna finish the 4th game here at home.
Keep not watching.
I don't know. It's the home.
Just keep not watching. 'Cause
Listen.
the game you watch is going to be Game 7 Memphis.
Ooh, you think it's going 7 now?
Hell
No way.
Siete?
no.
It's
No
no
way.
way. It's no way.
I guarantee you, Bron he didn't do nothing last night. Took a day off.
He was stepping one.
First game of the series.
First
15
game.
points. But
40 next game.
40?
Odie.
Is that going to be the 40 the Dylan asked for?
the final exclamation point on the bear poking.
He's going ham.
Oh, Dylan.
The end.
All rim. Buckets. Dunks. Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Memphis in 7.
Still. Rashad, come back to the Lakers. We can't have this.
Fuck outta here,
I don't like
man.
a divided couch.
Fuck out of here, man.
No, Lakers.
What has Memphis been showing you that makes you
Nothing.
think?
They ain't showing nothing.
Well, last night they showed me that they can play in front of their crowd and they can take that energy and do something with it. But in LA, they're gonna have to get lucky this next game. Like if they can get lucky and pull it out, they can go 7.
Oh, it's probably.
But like you said, if Bron show up, put the 40 ball on niggas' heads and say, look, man, I'm taking us to the next round. Cool.
That's what we're gonna do.
Cool. But I just got a feeling AD not gonna show up.
I don't need AD to show up.
Okay.
Austin Reeves coming though. Believe
Yeah,
that.
Bron and Austin. It's gonna be Bron and
Austin
Austin.
Hoopin.
So that's the
or AD and
So that's the conversation now.
I don't know.
Bron and AR-15. So we
Right
put,
now?
AD
we
and
put
AR?
him as the trio.
No. It's not trio. It's just a combo.
It's a combo right now.
It's a combo.
It's a combo stuff. It's a combo.
Austin Reed's back. He had 17,
Sound
but
like
he's
a
4 for
Jack in the
13.
Box.
It's
Jack
all right
in the
though.
Box.
It's all right
He
though.
didn't look like
Jack in the
himself.
box combos.
Jack in the Box combo. Yeah.
Fries and burger.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about AD. We know LeBron, he has those bounce back performances. His foot's still janky, but followed up that 22-20 game with the 15 and 10. You would expect him to get it back right, but only thing consistent about AD this series is his inconsistency.
Damn.
I be telling people that, like, they be like, yo, you inconsistent. My inconsistency makes me consistent. That's facts.
He's consistently inconsistent.
Thanks.
Bounced back though, game 5, 31 and 19, but it wasn't a loss.
Yeah, he always balling when we losing. Ooh.
But was it his fault though? So first, we're gonna follow up with the next question. But first question, will we ever see a consistent AD in this series?
In this series? The series is over tomorrow.
So will we see AD put 2 games back to back?
Hopefully, he got to put this game, and then we got the next game against Warriors.
But what do
Luck
we
with
see?
that one,
Oh, we were talking about that series too. So, but
What do we see in this series though between who's guarding AD, Tillman and Jackson? What are they doing that's offsetting him to be so inconsistent?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at it like if he gonna dominate them, dominate them.
he got to get the ball, but he got to want the ball.
He want to play on the outside. He want to be on that wing, like a guard. That's why you can't dominate. If you're a big, you need to play on the box, like get easy buckets. But you're too busy on the wing doing all that.
Right.
Like,
But when he goes into the post, it's like every game.
does he have post moves?
No, he has no go-to move.
Okay, well then that's why.
He can get a bucket though.
He don't have no go-to move.
But he can. I'm saying he can get a bucket.
But he don't have no go-to move. That's the problem also, that he don't have a move that that's his signature move.
Right.
Right? And that's bad being, what year is this?
I mean, it's usually
10,
he got the fadeaway, but as a big
Fadeaway which side?
I'm saying when he's fading away
Which side?
in the post.
Which way?
Right.
Yeah,
block.
right.
Right
See?
block.
Right?
Right block
You
too.
don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
We all
pick a
don't know.
side.
I mean, me neither. I don't know either.
No, it's right.
But I'm
it's
saying
right
that's-
block, right shoulder. Right block, right shoulder. This is what
But if you're that tall and your ass is that big, more shit going to the basket. Don't be going away.
Even if it's a fadeaway, is it consistent? No. Is it? What is the if someone jumps at it? What is the combo move? Is it up and under? It doesn't.
AD
He's already there by
plays,
the time he gets that shit up.
AD plays to the level of his competition, right? Tillman and Jackson are hard-nosed defensive bigs, right? So he's gonna shy away from that more because they'll foul him more. They gonna bruise him more. Other people that he play against that's not like that, he go off on because it's not as much contact. He ain't got to worry about them getting fouled and none of that other stuff. He can shoot over them. But these are two bigs that are like giving him the energy. Like you're gonna have to earn it.
I feel like AD plays when he want to play. Like
I
that's
think he-
like that's another one too. Like he just play when he want to play. Like it ain't like playing down to your level. I think he just plays when he want to play. Like remember when he said he didn't touch a ball all summer?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I
that
think it
one-
was a
like
joke.
how?
I think he was kidding, but if it was true,
Okay, well,
Oh,
a month
the
or-
show, the show.
okay, well, a month or two, you didn't do anything. Like, so it's like you just play when you feel like playing. Like, that's just
Maybe he plays not to get hurt.
well. How do you? Well,
Because you can see that too. You
but
can see that.
the fucked up part is if he's trying to do that, he's doing a terrible job of
right.
it because literally every fucking game.
Don't think about it.
I mean, he landed on his tailbone yesterday late in the game. It was just like, dog, what the?
First of all, listen, just put this nigga in the bubble. Just put bubbles. Just listen. Just wrap bubble shit around the goddamn.
the poppy
thing.
bubbles.
Yeah, just put bubble shit around his thighs, his
Bubble wrap.
backbone,
You said bubble wrap?
his ankle. Just it's cool. Like he don't need to look cool no more. All right. Do the D way. Look, just put bubble wrap around your ankles, pat all up here. Just bubble boy. Fuck it.
Bubble boy him.
Just bubble boy him.
So I just want to touch on something that they've said on Inside the NBA. Kenny and Shaq said AD looks like he needs permission to be great. Like somebody got to give him that permission. Like somebody got to tell him like, no, you can go out there.
Like you can go outside.
No,
now.
you can really go be good. Like
needing permission is crazy.
Like this could be your team. It's okay. LeBron's 38. We won't think much about it. But let's talk about that 31-19 performance, and we got to talk a little bit about Darvin Ham, who comes from that Coach Bud coaching tree. And the thing about that Coach Bud coaching tree, what you see is a lot of those guys struggle to want to make adjustments. They're going to ride whatever they're riding till they can't anymore, till they absolutely have to change it, for better or for worse. But Lakers were down, I think, 1 with about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Darvin Ham pulled AD. By the time AD came back in the game with about 9 minutes remaining in the
he
fourth.
pulled him win?
Third quarter. Late in the third quarter, like 4 minutes ago in the third quarter, it was 75-74. Grizzlies are winning. Lakers have bounced back from like a 15-point deficit or something like that. Pulls AD. By the time AD comes back in the game, 9 minutes ago in the fourth, they're down 24.
So he put him at the 4-minute mark, then put him back at the 9-minute mark?
Yeah. And they were down. Went from down 1 to down 24 with AD.
He pulled him at the 4-minute mark
in the third quarter.
and then put him in at the 9-minute mark. See, this is why. Just owners out there, just anyone who does this, right? When your team is in a penalty, right, it's usually like the last 3 minutes of the game, right? Any coach that takes their best players out in that 3-minute mark, just fire them, right? Because what they're doing is, this is old school teaching, which those guys were stupid too. Those coaches were stupid too. and then you put him at the 9-minute mark. So that means there's 7 minutes of basketball he's not playing. Your best player is supposed to be in the last 3 minutes because usually a stupid coach will sub his subs in at that time, where your starters get to take advantage of some players that's cold, and it's the penalty. Now they can't be touched. The fact that it can't be touched, it's just free basketball. So you keep those guys in all the way into the 12-minute mark. When it's the fourth quarter, sub his bitch ass out then, 12-9, then sub it back in. I just need 3 minutes, right? I'm not putting my guy, 7 minutes.
I'm smoking crack. He came back in after a couple minutes.
2, 3, it don't matter.
But after that point, it went from a down 1 to down 8.
What I'm saying is don't matter. Like, I'm not subbing my best players out, especially someone I need to be balling when I'm in the penalty.
Yeah.
At the end of the quarter, sub them out, 2, 3 minutes, get break, because 2, 3 minutes in, they're still getting warm.
Yep.
Whoever's starting at 4, they're still getting warm, then I can put them back in.
Are you subbing out just because of your substitution pattern, or
Yes.
are you subbing him out because he's tired? Like, I would rather, if AD comes out the 4-minute mark, he's exhausted. He's like, man, I need a breather.
So you took him out for 4 minutes in the third, put him back in with like 1:50 to go. But at that point, he jumped from 1 to 8. Then he took him out to start the fourth quarter when it was a 18-point game, and then they were down 24, I think, when he came back.
I'm not subbing. What am I subbing for?
Right.
3 minute timeouts coming in here. What the fuck am I subbing for?
Yep.
Just listen. If you use your timeouts right, you don't need to fucking call subs.
Period.
Like what the fuck? Listen. Technically, if you use your timeouts right, you don't have to fucking sub nobody.
Man, bro.
There's a timeout every fucking 3 minutes by the NBA.
Yes, TV time.
Then I have my timeouts. We can go 1.5 minutes and timeout, then TV timeout, then TV timeout. I don't have to fucking sub anybody.
Man.
To be honest.
Talk about it.
Real talk.
These motherfuckers are stupid. They're so stuck. They're being taught. What is his name? Bud. Bud taught them this shit. That means someone taught Bud, stupid ass, how to be a coach, and someone taught that dumb motherfucker how to be a coach. No one's ever challenged the methods of any of these motherfuckers.
Real
I
shit.
think he came under Pop.
Huh?
I think he came under
He
Pop.
did come under Pop, I believe.
But
The Pop didn't teach him that shit.
Because you look at the TV.
He went rogue.
It's primetime TV.
ESPN team, that's a
TV.
long ass
That's a
timeout.
long time out.
sure.
Shit, spill a little drink on the court. Hey, look, have one of
J
the ball
Kidd.
boys-
Like J Kidd.
have one of the ball boys do some random shit. Like, come on, man. There's so many things you can do. I don't need to sub nobody.
And they tell you that you got a TV timeout coming, coach. Relax. Hey, don't sub him in a TV timeout. It's cool. Go back.
The problem is,
Go back.
the problem
TV
is they got
timeout.
these little blue sheets. Y'all know them, the little blue scoring cards.
Okay.
And they already pre-program what they're gonna do. They're not paying attention to it, and that's why your assistant coaches need to be as smart too, because you as the coach, you're not really focused on what's going on in the game. You're watching the game,
Right.
but you're watching from different dimensions, right? It just seems like they're never in tune with what the game is doing. You can hit 4 or 5 shots, and then they're like, all right, sub.
Yeah.
Like the sub. Sub. And you be like, what the fuck?
It's on schedule.
Because it's on schedule.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta get him his 12
Get him
minutes.
his 12 minutes,
I gotta
yep.
get him his 12 minute sub.
Yep.
You know, you come in like there'll be some times where like Juan Dixon or Steve Blake is balling and coach a sub like. Go. You keep going. I'll go get another motherfucking person.
Yeah.
Right? I want to come in. But I'm not going to get the guy who just hit 3, 4 shots.
Yeah.
Because the coach at the time is not really focused on the game, right? He's looking at his sheet, looking at the time, looking at his sheet, trying to figure, okay, I got a sub. That's what I said. Their subs is on this piece of paper, and they're not watching the flow of the basketball game.
And then in the fourth quarter, I think they're down 24 at one point, had LeBron, AD, and that crew, and I forget what game it was previous, but it's like, game's pretty much decided. Yeah, you want to make that run, but I think at some point, just wave the flag, let these dudes go, get back to LA and regroup, because the amount of energy you're going to expend trying to get back in that game if you don't win, like you already got LeBron coming off an OT game, had to travel his ass all the way to Memphis. After Monday, I think they probably left Tuesday, play Wednesday, now same thing. Got to come back to LA now, potentially have to do that again.
Yeah, my thing would have been like at the 6-minute mark, 7-minute mark. If we're not in like punching distance, sub, rest up.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all go in, full court press, mess up the game,
Give
see
us
what
some
happens.
energy, yeah, give us
just
some
know
energy.
I need y'all to get ready for the next game too. I might need one of you sorry motherfuckers
Yes,
anyway.
but don't never-
And then they might,
we never know. We
They
never
might
know.
They might motherfucking catch back up.
Sure.
Worst case scenario, you got them tired.
Come on, man.
for the next game.
They're down
This
15.
is fucking chess.
Yes, bro.
Down 15 with 6 minutes to go. I think he didn't pull LeBron until
That's Golden State. I'm keeping them in.
Yeah, if that's Golden State. If that's,
Yeah,
if that's
440.
Cleveland, I'm keeping that
That's
group
Golden
in.
State. I'm keeping them in.
Them, I'll put a fast unit in, see what the fast unit do.
Yeah, for sure. But just concede. Like, look, because the amount, like, you're not going to win that game. You know, the NBA already said we need 6.
But it's just,
I'm not liking the way these other series is
like
going.
I look at the coaches, I look at their sub patterns, and I just feel like they're just learning from another coach that taught them that and that taught them. This is not experience. This shit is being taught like.
We got to talk about it, Gil, because this is the most important part of what we would consider today's basketball: coaching patterns, subbing patterns, looking at why certain players go to the bench mad after they hit 2 shots. And it's like, damn, bro, like I just got in and you already looking at the schedule. And it's like, I got my 7 minutes in, but I just hit 2 straight. You supposed to keep rolling. Like you just said, like when you're on the bench, Juan Dixon, them getting hot, you're like, nah, don't sub me in. He got it. Let him rock. Get somebody else. Or let me go in for somebody else.
I'm going for it.
Right? But that's being a savvy IQ player, knowing like, yo, let's keep rolling with him. Let's keep going with that. Now take his ass out. He just missed 6 straight fucking shots. And he fouled twice in a row and turned it over. Why he still in the game, coach? Right? Why we still running this same play when they doubling us and boo, boo, boo? Like these type of things the coaches don't take accountability for these type of things because no one points it out.
Trash.
That's real. But let's keep this thing moving. We'll stay in the West. Got to hit these Warriors Kings. We appreciate you to the 6,000 people that have consistently stayed with us on this show stream.
6th day.
We
6,000.
fire. We lit.
But Underdog said we can get 5K by some point later on in the season, they'd be happy. We don't give a fuck what y'all say. We want to get more. I need to get 10 so we can get Gil to hit this blunt. So tell everybody you know to come watch this shit to pull up.
Gil hitting the blunt before the finals.
Yeah, we got to get it before the finals.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
He like, man, I ain't smoking over Debo in the pigeon coop.
But in the pigeon coop. So the Warriors have been hot boo-boo on the road this season. 11-30, 0-2 in the playoffs. Came back to Sacramento for Game 5. Had all the momentum after winning both games at home. And came through it and did their thug thizzle. Got that much needed. I know we had talked, last week, can the Warriors win a game on the road in this series? They got that dub.
That's nice right there.
Man, them boys make tough shots.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
I mean, shit. Even Draymond, I think, was like 8 for 10. Like, Wiggins, who don't, we didn't know how good he was going to be on the offensive side of missing off that time. He's come in and looked extremely solid. And Steph, of course, like, look at this dude. Let's look at the energy he makes you exert.
He just run around.
He just, like,
Are you serious?
imagine, how do you feel after a possession like that? Like, how do you feel when you just had to guard this man? He just ran circles around your ass on the court.
Oh, it's embarrassing, man. I'm not even gonna lie. You feel dumb. Like you just.
So, question for the group: are the Kings cooked?
I would have tackled him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a
'Cause
hard
Draymond is
foul.
standing at half court by himself, like just chase him around. Nah, man, foul this little man, get him on. Man, what is we doing?
Yeah, 2 free throws. I take them.
Yeah.
Either way, it's 2 points.
But fucking around with Steph, he's probably gonna make the shot anyway. So are the Kings cooked? And can they possibly come back from 3 straight losses as defending champs, or this shit ending back in San Francisco?
Shit. Yeah.
No chance.
No chance. Right? I mean, the power of Sacramento was their home crowd.
Yes.
That was their power. They know they're not gonna have no fans over in San Francisco. And you got, they got all the momentum, right? Soon as you start missing 2, 3, doubt starts kicking in, that can easily be a 20-point loss, right? The way Golden State is playing right now, they have all the hype. Now you got to focus on Draymond Green because Draymond Green just had 21, right? So now you just can't leave him. Now, as you focus on Draymond Green, that leaves Clay and Curry and Poole to just do whatever they want. So, by Green having a great game offensively, kind of opens it up a little bit more now that he's going to take shots now.
I mean, the fucked up thing is Kings jump out to that 2-0 lead. Draymond suspended Game 3. That Game 3 was literally the series. Because at least they went up 3-0. You got to imagine the Warriors are going to roll off 4 straight, and now they'd have 2, I think, games back in Sacramento, given how they are on the road. But it's just wild to think about. But let's talk a little bit about De'Aaron Fox. Fractured index finger on his shooting hand. Came out, looked great in the first half. Finished with 24 points, but he was 9 for 25, 3 for 10 from 3. The whole team missed the shots in the second half in this must-win game. But what do y'all think about De'Aaron Fox being able to bounce back and come out with that broken finger, especially considering all the injuries we've seen this postseason and what it's done?
Well, first, I mean, shout out to Sacramento for having a great year. Coach of the year, Mike Brown. But I think this series came down to experience. I always felt like Game 4, if they would have got a chance to win Game 4, Harrison Barnes make that shot, they go back up 3-1 back home. Now it's a different momentum. But that's with them, with experience, being young. As far as the future, they'll get better at that. They just caught, Golden State at this time. But De'Aaron Fox, I mean, he's going to keep playing, he's going to keep going. But it's just experience, man. They're young right now. Like they're just young. It's their first time, and they're playing against an experienced championship team that's been here in these situations so many times. Yeah. So, I think that's just it.
Do we think they'll be back?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure they'll be back. It's a great learning experience.
For the Kings?
Back where?
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Can they improve upon this season?
No.
What I'm saying?
Well,
You said no, they can't?
Improve?
Like get better?
Better than second place?
Third.
Third?
No, like just win around next year. Like you think from this experience, they'll be able to
Can they grow from this?
And grow.
Is this a failure? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just fucking around.
No, this is not a failure because no one expected this. But they're sitting. We already said in the West what was going to happen, right? You had two teams that was sitting in second and third playing against two teams that's built for champions. You had two young teams playing against two veteran teams that built. One won a championship last year. The other one now all got healthy with two first ballot Hall of Famers on it. Like really, no one expected them to win this series but themselves, right? So can they get better? I mean, next year, when everyone's healthy, are you a second and third seed team? So no, you're not going to be a second and third seed team. So from the optics, it's going to look like you did bad anyway if you end up at 5 or 6.
But not if you win around.
No, what I'm saying is, think about it. Like, if everyone's healthy next year, do Sacramento stay in second? Or, third? They'd be like 5th or 6th playing against the same team.
Yep. Depend on the moves, like certain moves.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes is going to become a free agent. Is this now a spot, if you're a free agent, you're looking at Sac and the way this team plays, yes, you got to live in Sacramento, no disrespect to people who live there. Not my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth choice if I'm in California.
They probably like Crackle Barrel, they probably got places like that.
Off the freeway, they got the big truck stops.
I'm looking at Sac in comparison to Phoenix and the Warriors and the Lakers, right? You talk about experience. They don't have the discipline. Like Denver and the Kings don't have the discipline to withstand coming back from going into Golden State, withstanding the runs that Golden State come back. That's what happens with Golden State. You can't never count them out, right? But if you're a disciplined team, veteran team, and you know that they're going to make runs, you always answer a run with a run. So if the Kings don't have the understanding that, all right, they're going to make a run. Like, we don't panic when they make their run. We need to make our run. And so when you don't make your run and they keep making their run, that's when Golden State comes back, Golden State gets in the lead, Golden State wins the game. There's only a few teams that know how to counter a run, right? And when you do that, you take away their biggest weapon, running you out the gym, having you panicking because you don't know how to stop Klay's 2 threes in a row, Steph's 3 threes in a row, Jordan Poole. So I'm looking at it like, all right, the Lakers with AD and LeBron and a couple other utility players got enough experience and understanding, like, all right, we know how to keep Steph in his place. KD, Book, Chris Paul, they know what it takes to withstand runs. These other teams, they know. Like you said, Gil, they out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if they don't win this next game, it's definitely going to be.
They're out of here.
They out of here.
They are. But to your point, they did a good job.
Like, they don't have a chance to win because of the discipline and the experience.
Wait, the series over, brother. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
No, this
no.
is over with.
Yeah.
It's
They
not
ain't no
over
blue light.
yet.
Red light,
This is
blue
over.
light. No,
This
it's
is over.
gone.
This
It's
is
done.
over.
The
Let's get ready. Let's get
beam
ready
gone.
for the Lakers and go to
Lakers go.
Beam gone.
This is all I'm gonna say. It's been a crazy ass playoffs. We got conjoined twins with one boyfriend. Shit going on in the universe. I believe me. In previous years, done.
Beam
Very
gone.
well may be. But to your point, they withstood a lot of those runs and those punches in the mouth earlier in the series. You look back at Game 4, there, Harrison Barnes brick away from winning that game. But now to get to that level of maturity and get to that next step. But I have been impressed because traditionally those Warriors runs, like once they toast you.
Yeah, they used
Toast.
to.
Once they used to get it, it was like, oh, shit's done, turn the channel.
No, look, Sac has, they've played way better than expected. They've played more mature than it looks on paper. But coming back next season, that same team, no matter how many games they win, if they're in 5th and 6th spot, from the optic side, it looks like they did worse.
But what if they add another piece?
If they don't come in 2nd or 3rd, they look like they did worse.
But I'm just saying, like, that team has the capabilities to potentially improve. You got Harrison Barnes. If they don't re-sign him, bring in somebody else.
We're never signing him back.
We'll see. It's Sacramento, Gil.
If Sacramento wins a playoff series next year, they have improved. I don't care what.
No, yeah.
Like, I don't care what seed they are.
But if you're 6, you're playing what, 3? Yeah.
I mean, what, they were 3 this year? I could see them being 4.
You got to remember,
4.
3 playing 6. Now, if there's 6 playing 3, that means that's a real 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
And that 3 is going to be what? Lakers, Golden State,
Denver.
Denver.
You think the Lakers going to be top 3 next year?
I'm saying you can't. I'm just saying you could possibly be.
Phoenix.
I mean, it's a lot. I mean,
that's
it's a,
it.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
we'll
Now
see.
you're playing a real 3.
I mean, it's all about who's healthy, though.
That's what I said.
A healthy Kawhi,
That's what I said.
PG Clippers.
The 2 and the 3 this year was not a real 2 and 3.
No, for sure.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's move back to the East. We're going to keep this brief. We appreciate y'all rocking out. 6K, been holding strong, dipped a little bit. Some of y'all let us down. It's okay. We're not going to name names.
They had to go to work
For what? It's
so
Thursday.
they can pay for the. You be asking for motherfucking memberships and shit at the beginning. How they gonna pay for it if they can't leave? Bosses be like, hey, what you doing? And then they gotta log off, then log back on.
I'm hitting these underdog pickups, dog. I'm
I
hitting
ain't
them.
doing shit. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't
He
doing
want the
nothing.
money, but he don't want people to go to work.
They trying to get those promotions that Giannis picks up so they don't look at their own lives as a failure. I can't get promoted every year, Giannis. Shit. God damn. I'm just, but if I get that bonus, that's another thing. The bonus come up short, that's a failure. But talk about these Knicks. Knicks are back. Yeah, can you give them a little smoke, Gil? Can the Knicks get a little bit of smoke? I know, reluctant. I know your relationship with Knicks fans.
See if we can get a little toot.
Ooh, they got a little queef of smoke.
So the Laker fans don't got no respect for the New York Knicks in New York City. Y'all don't love.
got the
Y'all don't love us, New York City.
No. New York Knicks, you know what? They get the full.
They get some ass.
They
They don't get no love for the East Coast. East Coast don't get no
Because the
love.
fans, I thought the fans was gonna fuck off the series.
They did.
And they actually got them right. They actually got them right. Okay, they actually got them right.
So
I'm
smack
not even gonna lie.
the Cavs in 5, won their first playoff series since 2013. So I already asked this, but I'm gonna ask again. Gil, are you ready to give the Knicks and their fans some love?
I'm ready to give them fans some love. Like, y'all see what y'all can do? Y'all see what y'all can do when y'all think Knicks positive basketball. Like they was in there chanting fuck
Trae Young.
that too. And Phil Jackson yesterday.
They said fuck Phil Jackson?
Yeah, there was some screaming. I don't know where Phil came from. I don't know if it like a picture came up, but it was like, yeah.
Phil's been in the news lately, Gil, for some more questionable comments, race related. Who would have known?
Who would have known?
You know.
I got
But
the Knicks.
can
I
you
got the
lend a
Knicks
nigga a
going to
pencil?
The Eastern Conference Finals.
Who Knicks playing that series?
Knicks
Miami.
Ooh.
Yeah, they got Miami.
Hey, yo, Knicks might.
Go to the Eastern Conference.
Like I said, like I predicted. Let me put this motherfucker.
Put the crowd back on.
This is gonna be a real different series.
Yeah.
Because one, Jimmy's going into Jimmy's going into the Garden, and Jimmy's gonna do what Jimmy thinks. But what happens is when New York goes to Miami, that's a road game.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, that's a home game for them.
Yeah,
You
about
talked
to say,
about
yeah.
it.
We've
You
talked about that
talked
matchup
about Miami
historically.
being
Yo,
home. This is what
Jimmy
you was
gonna
looking for.
So Jimmy gonna be hot at home because that's Knicks all day.
All
So
day.
so as fucked up as it is, you talk about Knicks fans in the Garden, your problems with them historically, but now you go to Miami, and now Heat fans are Knicks fans in Miami.
Yeah, no, the
Old gangsters you was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to fuck with you. Like I know
That's gonna be a Miami. That's gonna be a Knicks series.
Yeah,
That's a Knicks
fan favorite.
Look, Knicks might get booed at home. They're not getting booed in Miami.
they might get more love in the MIA than. No, but I mean, look.
The predictions is always just pouring in because I called
Did
it.
you just put that shit back on? Woo! You been normal when you took it off.
I'm telling you, when I said the Knicks, shout out to William Wesley, Leon Rose, the front office up there that got Brunson in there, changed Julius Randle's whole little career outcome. They got the Knicks popping.
So it's gonna be a good ass series.
So that's not saying he's not a great player. He's just like, remember when PG said, "I'm not the number one." That's what he should be. Like.
So you gonna give it to Garland? I think he more.
I mean,
than Donovan.
You might need
Unless
to
you
bring
can
somebody else in.
Yeah, bring somebody else in. Spider-Man got some fire, but
I
like
gotta
you said,
look. I gotta look at.
he
I
ain't
gotta
showing up.
really look and look at the game.
I mean, no,
I
he
gotta
get
really
numbers.
look
He
at
get
those
numbers, but
he
I'm
don't
just saying,
show
I'm
up.
talking about as far as winning and taking your team to the next level. I don't think he's the number one guy for that.
I mean, especially this Game 5 performance where you
So who's the
needed
number
it.
one guy on New York?
Jalen Brunson.
Okay, then I can see that then.
Yes, sir.
Like,
Because
Jalen
even though
Brunson.
Julius Randle was the face, okay, so all right,
Julie-
okay.
We're
Julie-
going to Brunson.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Julius
I'm going to
kinda-
Brunson.
you might be right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not a great player.
Hey, but Julius Randle need to bring it this series too. I mean, he had points in that last series. He's not getting played, and it was tough to watch. But Brunson,
But it's easier to stop Mitchell though.
Yes.
It's easier to stop Mitchell.
Yes.
Because he's right-handed, but because he's a 2-foot jumper, he needs to go left. So if you cut off his going left at any point, you cut half his game off.
So he's not a number one option. He's not a Jimmy Butler. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. Like, you have to be like the guy.
I agree. Thank you guys. For
that's all.
participating.
well, we gave Knicks, we gave you your love. Y'all still are haters, so we'll give you more time on the show when you give us more love and more respect.
Thank you.
All right. I don't appreciate the tweets y'all be sending sometimes, except for Mero. I rock with you. And Spike Lee, Ben Stiller, Pete Davidson a little bit.
You like Pete? You like Skeet?
I like when you push the fan out. The fan, you saw the Knicks fan get too close. Back the fuck up. I didn't know he had that in him. Skeet. Skeet. Now it's time for our last segment of the week. Mostly fans.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Is there a
whoop.
theme song for mostly fans?
We need some theme music for all these.
You said you wanted some porn music, Ron Jeremy. shit.
No, we should have them delusional conjoined twins as the face of the OnlyFans.
Damn.
Gil, they're nice people.
Damn.
No, I'm just saying.
One's booed up.
Delusional.
Okay. They don't have the boo?
One's delusional.
Just
He's
one.
both ours.
Just one. Just one.
So our first question comes from Terrion Moon. And Terrion, you submitted this question about 4,000 times. We definitely appreciate you hitting the chat as often and frequent as you do. But you got to tone down just a little bit, but we appreciate it. Make some burners and watch them from all your burners. Let's get these numbers up. We won't tell nobody. If you had a starting five consisting of Brandon Jennings, Gill, and Rashad McCants, what other two players would you add to the starting five that would best suit that lineup?
Dirk and Shaq.
Who?
Dirk and Shaq.
KG and Akeem.
Wow. What?
He can't make.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't leave him. Don't leave him. Cut my shit off.
You can't have KG and Hakeem?
I'm going to go, I'm going to go Shaq and KD.
You just don't like my picks.
Fuck no.
What's wrong with KG and
You
Hakeem?
just joining the hate.
Okay. What side does KG play on?
Gil.
What side does KG play on?
What side?
What side?
What you mean?
What side of the court?
Both sides.
No, we don't. Right side. Right side.
What? I
Right
played with KG, bro.
Right side.
What are you talking about?
Right side is the dominant side. Same thing with Dream.
Do
You got two
whatever.
players doing the same thing on the
No.
same side.
No, bro. No.
Gil, I
No,
have
bro.
faith that you could mix it up with them and get them to see the light.
Bro, that's why I put Dirk. Dirk lifts, Shaq dominates down there. Same thing he did.
Ticket can play at the elbow, bro, and he
Cool.
can pass.
So-
He can shoot threes. He can do all that.
No, he can shoot mid-range jumpers and shit like that. Like, he's cool. I don't want both of them. It's clogging up the lane. You see how
Who did you say? Who did you say? Shaq and who?
Dirt.
You said Shaq. You don't want nobody clogging up the lane,
You
bro?
have two. I have
You
four
got
shooters.
Shaq.
So when we drive.
Shaq is two.
When we drive, if they come off Shaq.
But Shaq is two.
No. He's Shaq, he's one. Shaq is one.
Shaq is two people.
No.
Shaq is two people in the lane. There's four niggas down there.
Screen and roll with Shaq, who helps?
Screen and roll with Shaq. What do you mean?
You
With
screen
us?
and roll. You screen and roll with Shaq. Can't leave me, can't leave him, can't leave Dirk or KD. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
We give something up.
No, who you gonna give up?
Whoever. Me. Shit. Leave me open. Leave somebody
You
open.
doing the pick and roll. You and Shaq pick and roll.
I'm living with the odds, y'all.
What
you
odds?
shoot?
What they gonna do? How they gonna guard you?
What you shoot from three?
What they gonna do? Go under? They gonna go over? They gonna double? They can't do nothing. 4 shooters.
I feel the
We
same way
put
with
4 shooters.
Shaq and Akeem in the pick. Akeem and KG pick and roll, pick and pop with KG. That's 9 out of
Switch.
10. That's 9 out of 10.
Switch.
Go to grab him in the bucket, switch him. We're gonna go mismatch.
See, that's
if
why
we gotta play
That's why
mismatch.
when I do 5, I think about how everyone actually plays.
Shaq gonna slow the game down. Shaq slow the game.
We both put 4 shooters.
I consider KG a shooter.
A 3-point shooter?
No.
Yeah, he
Not
can
enough.
shoot threes, but it's mostly 2-pointers, long twos.
What's the next question?
All right, this are you know.
Next question.
We're a fun, lighthearted show, but got some extremely terrible news to report. Jerry Springer, from our youth, y'all remember the Jerry Springer show? He deuced out on us today.
Damn. R.P. Jerry.
Holler back, Jerry.
He was in the chat?
Huh?
He was in the chat and he dissed out?
No.
No, he died. He died.
He no longer with.
Oh,
he went to the upper room, Gil. The upper room.
He said he was in our chat.
I thought he was in the chat. I fuck off then. He must have to go to work.
Must have had to go to work.
Recipe, why are we laughing?
Come on, man.
The Bucks and Jerry Springer, it's the rule of 3, so hopefully it ain't them Lakers, man. Like, shit. But can you...
No, the rule, this is Clippers already.
Do you count that?
Yeah.
No,
Just so it don't happen to the Lakers, yes.
Clippers curse. All right, Clippers curse.
Oh,
Cavs,
Jerry, dang, Jerry.
Cavs.
Damn, Jerry.
Damn, Jerry.
Jerry was the guy.
Jerry.
That was
Jerry was the guy. Jerry was that guy.
If Steve would come through, Steve, had to break it up. But they want to know, can you recreate that show inside the Gills Arena? Like, we can almost do a segment where we oh, that's Maury, I'm fucking smoking crack.
What,
But
everyone-
you are not a baller.
Yeah, that's funny. And then they get the running around and shit. You just chasing them, running up the stairs.
You are not the number 1 guy.
You were not the number 1.
But that was Maury. I'm confusing my Caucasian man that had profound impacts on my life. But damn, Jerry, the Jerry Springer family, you know, we feel for y'all. If you're a part of Jerry Springer's family, you still alive, go ahead and download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code GillsArena. Damn! Match your to help cover the cost. They got to get it. Get the insurance if you must.
He said if anybody from Jerry Springer's family is still alive.
Jesus Christ.
Get down with Underdog. Yo, I got to keep these lights on. Y'all know that be stressing me out.
You got bars. No, you got
I was going to
bars.
end it with that, but we'll
real
stop with this
bars.
one right here.
You got real bars, bro.
Nah, sometimes when y'all get me in the right moment, start hitting the fucking. What are you sipping, Gil? Whose beverage?
MJ's.
Okay, see, y'all don't know. Behind us, Gil got a whole thing, and we got Lobos. He got what's the MJ shit called?
Centero.
That's not him and Jeannie Buss? Sincoro?
Centero.
That's him and Jeannie, right? No, Jeannie.
Jordan by himself.
Yeah. Can we get Scotty's in here too? Out of love and respect.
That's bourbon? Yeah, I'll ask him.
We get some Scotty.
Some D-Wade.
We get some Gene. Yeah, the D-Wade one.
Back there.
We got the tough
Got
crowd.
some-
We got a tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
What is it? It's Sincoro. That's Jeannie and MJ.
Hey, listen, like
me
you
see.
brung it out there like knowing damn near like who's been drinking that shit.
You've been
You
drinking that.
been
That's
drinking
you.
it.
I ain't had a sip,
I ain't had a sip either.
I don't even know what this shit tastes like.
but shout out Sincoro.
Man. You know, usually when the show's not here, I have parties and shit, y'all.
You know me with a drink.
Yeah, I'm not an alcoholic. It's just other people, man. It's other people.
So last question for y'all. Hold on. So who's a recent retired player that would make a good coach for this generation?
Retired player that can make a great coach.
I know who I'll pick. I normally don't participate in these, but I'm gonna say yourself. Because you wild, but you realistic. And if I'm a player, I gotta listen to you because I've seen you cook some of the best players in NBA history.
Oh no, we're gonna be getting buckets. We're gonna be getting buckets. We gonna listen. Listen, the owner's not gonna be able to afford my players.
You like the Deion saying?
Because I'm gonna tell them, hey, listen, y'all all want to be max, right? Then we all working like max players. We all working. Everybody taking 500 to 1,000 shots after every practice. Just period. That's just. I want everybody to try to get maximum contracts.
I like that.
That's just period.
I'll say like Kenny Smith. I like the way Kenny Smith break down the game on TNT. I like his knowledge. I think he'll be a good one.
And he has an AAU program too.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like his perspective. I think he can still connect with the youth. He's on TV a lot. Guys know him. I think he'll be good.
Well, since you're going to go that way, I'd say Chuck. I'm going to go with Charles Barkley.
Hell no. Fuck no.
Fuck yeah. Let's go, Charles. Chuck. I just want to hear.
Ain't no telling what.
Ain't no telling what's going on. But hey, Chuck know his game. Chuck know his
he might not
game.
show up.
Chuck know his game, but it's like,
When?
whenever he want to, he got his moments, He better than half the
I
goddamn
would like
players
to-
out there.
When have you ever heard a Chuck take him like, oh, that was a good ass take?
I say it all the time, but I be high, so it don't matter.
And the Knicks
Chuck,
interview
man, that
Kenny
was a
Smith
good ass
back in
take,
2020.
man.
I don't know if y'all remember that.
Kenny Smith, Mark Jackson.
You got to get back.
Retired, new retired. Who's new retired?
Oh, new retired. New retired. Jamal Crawford would be cool, but he'd be out there busting them dudes' ass.
I'm like
No,
Ray
he's
Allen.
a-
Ray Allen,
He's too young.
Like
Ray Allen?
Ray Allen?
Straightforward, know the game, no nonsense, cool nigga, but
Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed
would be
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber.
Well,
Yeah.
we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
In honor of Jerry Springer, I'm going to end this with a final thought. We have done a lot of packing up of Dylan Brooks on this show. So Lakers, don't fuck this shit up and let the Grizzlies come back and win and let that light-skinned Canadian gentleman get the last laugh on all of
And
it.
he's Canadian.
That's what I'm saying. He's Canadian.
And y'all know I'm on y'all last.
Oh,
No wonder.
that might
Y'all know
be the
I'm on
toughest
y'all
Canadian out. That's why he backpedaled.
Because he's Canadian?
The toughest Canadian is Drake.
It's probably the weekend.
Drake.
Weekend tougher than Drake?
Oh yeah, Drake been. Oh, they been fighting in
Weeknd.
clubs.
The weekend.
Drake.
The weekend to get out.
Or maybe
Bring
get
it
my
down
soldier
too.
boy with Drake.
Drake. I see it make Canadian. That makes sense why he.
Well,
The toughest.
we'll be back next week. To all y'all, we appreciate y'all rocking out with Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. Until then, take care of yourself and each other.
Yeah.